live. Uncle Dusty, what is going on, my brother?
You know what? I just been practicing a lot of my my pumps. I've been putting pumps on all day, walking around the house. So excited for this show, bro. You know,
Okay.
I put some lipstick on. I really want to feel out my inner feminine side, get in touch so I can do an in-depth wig of you to really dig deep into the soul of how a man
dig deep into our drag queen. So you basically you're saying you want to dig deep into our drag friend. You want to dig deep into Kitty? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, you know what? Nothing for nothing. If I ever get divorced, let me tell you something. She's my type. And okay, an old wig has done about everything in life. I mean, why not just mash stuff together? Just start mashing parts. Why not?
That's something new.
I mean, we only live once. Why not just let it fly?
Right. Might as well let it roll. You know what I mean?
Let it roll.
So Kitty, she's gonna be joining us at 10:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Welcome to the original WHiggaz Live. All right, talk some real shit, talk some dumb shit. Like I said, where we at, where we stay in the pocket of where real shit and shit talk make baby. Wait, what's my saying, bro? I can't remember my saying.
No, you had it. It was where real.
I said it wrong. Where real talk and shit talk make babies. You know,
where real talk and shit talk make babies. Correct.
Yeah, that's what real talk. You know, so that's basically what we do. We're gonna go over some other stuff tonight. You know, we might go over some of the VMA outfits. We might do that with Kitty. We might do that separately. You know, we got some fights. We got some high school coach getting beat up or fighting. You know, we got the model, the Hooters model saying, "Hey, bring in the fat models with the hot wings." You know, and I like, you know what I mean. Dust likes to thickum too. Shout out Kitty. This type of thickums he likes. He doesn't know it yet, but Kitty, you know what I mean? Kitty.
What's the opposite of? Oh, you go.
What do you do?
You go.
The old school shit. That's like the old school.
Is that's all you got, right? It was.
Yeah, back in the day, that's the shit that everyone would do. Yeah. That's the equivalent of the munching. You know, what I mean?
The munching.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be the main thing we do tonight. You know, we're gonna talk a little bit, just catch up as we always do. Let me make sure Kitty, our special guest soon, Kitty Demure, got her link for StreamYard, which she does. For those that don't know, I'll give a little intro to her now, and then we'll play the main video that made her go viral a couple years ago. Kitty Demure, AkA Hogatha, which is also a satire character. He does. I'm not gonna say the real name. He gave me his real name with everything. That's on him if he actually wants to like put everything out there like that. I suggest not to on the internet if you can avoid it. So, but basically, you know, drag queen. I don't know if I should say male or female. I'm gonna actually ask him. He's probably gonna say fuck that dumbass pronoun shit. But just in case, we be respectful to how anyone wants to live as long as they're not hurting anybody.
That's right.
I mean? So I'm gonna say she for Kitty to describe Kitty for now.
For sure.
You know, she's a drag queen. She went viral a couple of years ago, talking about, the drag queen story time, the reading, books to school, reading kids' books in school, and all those various activities that started picking up a few years ago. She had a video go viral, deplatformed multiple times. She'll get into all that, Then just recently, the same video started making the rounds again and started going viral again. And, the irony of this story, right? This is going to put it all together, Dust. The crazy thing is I go on TikTok live sometimes and I look for just like wild personalities to pull up. We have a segment called TikTok Mutants, right? So I didn't know Hogatha. I thought Hogatha might be a real person at first because I'm just watching because this world has gotten so crazy and so satirical that there is Hogathas.
Oh, yeah. Big old pancakes. Just pancaked up with the clown
not
face.
Even trying to look like a woman.
Not even trying.
Like
that's
a wig and lipstick on their forehead.
Everywhere. You know what I mean? It's wild, dude.
Right.
Great.
So the irony is I originally had a clip of Hogatha because she looked so much like Tom Segura in the clip that I was like going to put it on YouTube as a joke, like Tom Segura's secret life as a drag queen or some dumb shit. But we couldn't pull up the audio on it for some reason, so we abandoned it. Right. And then Uncle Dust is looking for our boy Helen D. Keller from the With Apologies crew, Ian Ellis, all my brothers there.
Shut up.
He was just searching up Helen D. Keller on Twitter.
Yeah.
So, Helen Keller is the name of, Hogatha's new account because she got clipped so many times. She had to start a new one. So it's Helen Keller. And then it reintroduced us to this Hogatha situation.
Yeah.
And in doing research, we found out Hogatha was actually Kitty Demure, the drag queen who spoke up against these issues. Because I don't care what you think. I don't care how you live. I don't care what you do as long as you're not hurting anybody. But we can't continue to push certain things on kids. We wouldn't push strippers on kids. We shouldn't push drag queens on kids. It's the same type of thing.
That's it. That's the bottom line, bro. It's dangerous. It's adult. It's for adults, man. It's adult entertainment. Right. And I'm sure Kitty, when she comes on, will say that. Right. And
she got censored for having that opinion. So the own community that is supposed to be so inclusive and everybody's supposed to look out for each other, just because Kitty took a hard stance on an issue that everyone should agree with, she ended up getting censored and deplatformed and all this, that. So she went viral multiple times, got censored multiple times, and now she's built, she's been building herself back up. And, I don't think, listen, the good thing is, I think the pendulum's swinging back to reality just a little bit more, even though we live in a satire world. It seems like people are getting a little more balanced again, at least in how they observe things, a little less polarization I've been seeing lately. And I'm hoping that leads to, less censorship, because she shouldn't be censored. I happen to agree with her on this. Andrew Tate, he's funny, but I don't agree with him on a lot of shit. He shouldn't be deplatformed. These people shouldn't be deplatformed.
Yeah, none of them should, dude. Yeah. Owen Benjamin, all those guys, Gavin Newsom, Gavin McGinnis, or whoever.
When Sam Hyde, the situation, unless you are overtly being hateful and violent in your hatred, verbal communication, because that's the only thing not protected, really, technically, right?
Threats.
You can't threaten. Yeah, you can't threaten, so. But anyway, run the intro, get going. We'll talk for a little. Then Kitty's gonna come on. We're gonna have some fun, watch some shit, talk some real shit with her, and might as well get rolling here.
Thank you for being with us, everybody.
The most important thing, the motto of the WHiggaz, right? Be funny. Stand your ground when you have to. But
don't be a cunt. Don't be a cunt. Hey, don't be a cunt.
We actually only needed a minute or two, but Dust had to grab a tampon. And Facebook, they make you do at least 15 minutes, please. So I apologize for the WHiggaz being a little late, but as you know, WHiggaz often run a little late. I have a feeling they might be up Kitty's butt by the end of the episode, but she's down. So here we go. Original WHiggaz. How's everyone doing today? Dusty, what's going on, man? Let's talk for a little. Just get the wiggle ball rolling, and then we can bring in the legend. You know what I mean?
So everybody, folks, this is the part where before we have our guest on, that me and Cliff discuss the stuff of the day. Okay, just for everybody that doesn't know,
random wiggertree.
And I've been doing a lot of cockroach cleaning, Cliff.
Cockroach cleaning?
I got a serious cockroach problem. They're everywhere.
Are you talking about Discord? You talking about all the cockroaches on Discord?
The cockroaches on Discord are infected. They're laying eggs and having babies at an extreme rate when they should just join the WHiggaz.
They travel through the internet line.
These
little fucking rat fucks. They got all
straight up Ethernet, dude. They're coming through, and we just want them to come fuck with the WHiggaz. And if you can't, beat us, just fucking join us. I mean, we ain't that bad at guys. At the end of the day, don't be a cunt. You know, we're just having fun. So that's what I'm up to. I've been moving ovens, cleaning under shit. I hate picking up fucking baby cockroach guts. It's disgusting. It never gets old. You never get used to it, Cliff. I'll tell you that right now. You know?
Yeah, I only had roaches. The irony is I'm from New York. I did have these giant ass water bugs that were like the size of a fucking armadillo.
Ooh.
And bro, son, what I said, bro, I'm talking about like from end of fist to like here, some of these things.
Jesus.
They looked like roaches, but they were big ass. But anyway, I didn't have actual roaches until I moved up here, ironically, which is wild being from the city. But we had a dirty ass family living under us in one of the first apartments we got out here.
Okay.
Bro, I had to throw out my microwave when we moved out.
Oh,
shit, because you can't take the chance. You can't bring that. There's one egg in that motherfucker.
One egg, bro.
200 Discord mutants in a week.
Now, are you talking about? Would you put bed bugs or cockroaches as your least favorite?
Bed bugs or cockroaches? I mean, I don't know. Bed bugs are easier to get rid of.
What? You're insane,
aren't they?
Fuck
bro, all you
no.
gotta do is get rid of the bro. You fucking burn the bed, right? Get rid of the sheets.
That ain't gonna fix everything. They're in the walls. They're just like cockroaches. They breed just like roaches.
All right. Well, since you're the dirty ass bug fucking enthusiast,
I'm a what is it? A terminist? A wiggerist? A wigger terminex? I'm wiggerex. Termawigger, bro. I mean, a wigger pest troll. Okay.
Appreciate you.
Salute, Thiefer. But the deal is, bro, is they'll bite. They bite. Roaches don't bite. They're disgusting. And you get like, ew. Oh, Clip, my little pussy hurts, right? I always say that. That's what I say. When the cockroaches come out, I go, oh, my ovaries. And I go, oh, I hope they didn't get up on my tampon string, I say.
Right. I did live in the Bronx, too, though. When I lived in the Bronx, it wasn't my place, but I did rent a room there. I mean, them motherfuckers were doing the wave and the Macarena and all sorts of shit all over me while I was sick. These motherfuckers are fucking. They had a barbecue. We had the barbecue in the hood, and they were having the barbecue on my back and was sleeping. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers.
Did you ever get to the point where you're just like you're immune? It's a weird thing to just get immune to shit.
Yeah. Especially living in the Bronx, bro. Like in the Bronx, that's it. Like if you live in the Bronx, it don't matter. Brownstone or building.
It is what it is, bro. But like bed bugs bite. You wake up with blood. It's a little different than the cockroach. I mean,
roaches aren't easier to get rid. I mean, like bed bugs aren't easier to get rid of than cockroaches, technically, though.
I mean, because with the bed bugs, you have to keep putting down this white powder shit everywhere. That's like Damascus. It's called Damascus Earth, and you have to put it. Damascus Earth, it's called.
Jesus fucking bless that. That's like some biblical shit. Damascus.
That's correct. It happened in the plagues, Cliff.
Nazareth, fucking roach bombs and
Moses.
Shit.
You had Moses involved. You had the dead the dead roach bed bug sea scrolls involved. You had the alien what the fuck are those aliens called?
All right, keep going.
Anyway. It's a pain in the ass. You got to vacuum them up constantly. You have to put this powder down and vacuum like 3 times a day because they get in the carpet. They live in the carpet. They live in your bed. They live in your clothes. Roaches can, but like not as they don't fuck as fast. I don't think. I think bed bugs produce faster.
You might be right about that might be right. Cockroaches are easier to control than bed bugs.
I would agree.
So that's what you said, right? So you were right.
I think
that's
so.
What you said initially, right?
I did.
Yeah. Are we sure? Because I don't even remember.
We're not sure at this point. At this point, Cliff, I'm fucking improv, at this point, I've already forgot all my knowledge, and I'll basically go off the top with any subject at this point. I got 2 beers in me, so. But they're a pain in the ass. They came from my neighbor's house that also was held hostage. I think we talked about it in like episode 1 or 2. My neighbor that got held hostage by her boyfriend that she brought home from the detox center. Did we ever talk about that? Where she was banging on the wall for about 3 days like this? Nah. And there was so much of a buildup of friction between my family and her family that we just ignored everything. So we just ignored her for 3 days. Later on, she was tied. He tied her up, had her in the bathroom, and she was knocking to help escape. You know, I feel bad a bit, but you don't bring home the guy from your detox. She was the nurse and brought him home, like to be like.
So your mother was the nurse and brought home a dope head.
Correct. My mom worked at a detox center. She brought home my dad. He was from Maryland.
Wait, that was your dad that she brought home from the detox center?
That's correct.
Story because I was looking for something.
I know.
Oh, is this true? Wait. So this is
this is fact.
So your parents met. So you saved this for this episode? I don't even think I've heard this. So
your
mother
can help us out later with this. Maybe we can bring it up and she can help us work it out.
Yeah. So that's the true story of how your parents met.
That's so true, dude. I'd put my hand on a Bible in any court of law and swear to any God or no God or, you know, Jesus, Jewish God, even, you know.
Man,
Shalom.
I had no idea that was the start of your parents' love.
That's the start of my parents' love life, dude.
You don't bring home the Joker to expect him to.
Right, Scruff? Hey, great video. Scruff had a great video I watched, dude, on and Heesh, yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. He did a good job with the voiceover and shit.
It got me sucked in, bro. I couldn't turn it off.
Give me more of that. Give me more of that, Scruff. All right, so I'm actually gonna send this now.
Joe, what's good?
If Kitty wants to hop in now, why the fuck not?
Why not? Yeah.
If she's ready now, pretty much.
For sure.
We'll hang with her for a little, and then what we'll do is we'll hang with her for a little while, and then we'll do one of two things. If there's still a good amount of people hanging, we'll watch some other shit and just keep it going. And if not, we might stop it and then go right back live and just do some regular shit.
Oh, kind of like how I implemented last week.
So this is its own standalone. You know what I mean?
Did you miss what I just said? How I implemented last week?
Yeah. Before the show, you mentioned this was a good idea.
Yeah. I did.
Your idea,
talked about 100%.
It.
Correct.
Yep. Yeah. So we might, and he's a good dude. That's the key too, right?
Yes.
He's a good dude.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I'm loving this dude. I'm loving this dude, bro. I'm loving her. I'm loving her, him. I love her.
So who's this? Said you're too sad to even Sam Hill. I don't even this is like one of the mutant streamers. I'm not sure. I know a whole fucking bro. My alt account got fucking got fried on fucking Discord. A whole Discord server got fucking hit, and everybody who had a fucking account in it I'm blocking whoever it is because I don't even want to. We ain't gonna let no negativity. And while we're on here, right, this is the key, right? When we're doing this interview, if you're gonna be in the comment section talking shit, make it funny. Don't be a dick because I ain't gonna pull it up. And if you're a major dickhead, then I'm just gonna fucking block your stupid ass. You know what I mean?
have some respect.
Talk shit. We're all here to have fun. Kitty can take a joke. I know this. You know what I mean? I know she got a sense of humor, blah, blah, blah. So, but don't be an asshole. Don't be a cunt. You know, let's give him one reminder.
Yes.
Let's give him one more reminder before we.
Don't be a cunt. Don't be a cunt. Hey, don't be a cunt.
And one more fucking reminder. Then we can take this off the screen and get going here. Kitty!
Hey, guys.
What's going on?
Hey, how's all are there a bunch of cunts in here?
Yeah, not occasionally.
Yeah, sometimes.
Occasionally.
Sometimes.
Hey, cunts, how you doing?
Yeah.
So how are you guys?
Good.
Hey,
how are
man,
you?
We're good.
I'm good. Good. Thanks for having me.
Oh,
yeah.
Thanks for coming on. We appreciate you. We love what you're talking about. I mean, it's beautiful. We love hearing your point of view. You know, I know we have some people that probably don't know who you are, but you know, 4 years ago, you got banned. Did you get banned for what you were saying about story time?
Well, really started heavily 2 years ago, right? The walk away. You got a little attention with that, right? With the walk away situation.
Right. My story starts with walk away. I forgot what it was. You know what? It was all about the election. It was all about, you know, current politics at the time. And I'd been a person who constantly voted, you know, with the left. And, you know, I just had a change of heart on certain issues. And sort of, it was a video like where you did testimonials where you're like, I'm basically coming out as not a Democrat anymore.
Yeah, I remember that.
During the video, you know, the walk away campaign will try to tell you, oh, well, we're not going to tell you where to walk to, but they do. You know where they want you to walk. But they walk,
walk the plank to the other sharks instead of these sharks.
Yeah, exactly. So So it's like I did a video and I took off my makeup in the process of it, and it just became a big hit. And then I started seeing the whole thing about the kids and the storybooks crap, and I'm like, why the hell would they want a drag queen to read them books? I mean, what I would rather myself have a sweet old grandma, in a nice Shaw or whatever reading a book. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm telling these people, I'm like, you know what? Honestly, your kids would rather you read to them. Why don't you spend time with your kid? Because I know you're spending a lot more screen time than you are time with your child. So that's kind of where it all started.
Right. At the end of the day, we wouldn't condone or want strippers to come to the school to read to the kids. And like you've said, and I've heard you say it before, like, the drag queen lifestyle, and what it portrays, it's very sexual and it's very stripper-esque in a way, as far as like the performance part of it, so
the whole point is a man dressing like a sexy woman to sort of tease the audience. And I've never honestly have seen a drag routine that does not encompass an element of that. It's a tease. It's you're trying to gender bend. You're trying to convince people you're a woman, which many are very, including myself, are not very convincing. You could polish up a man as much as you want, but 99% of the time, it's a man in makeup. And,
unless it's dark. Because I know some dudes that got caught in the club. I know some dudes that made out with some with some fairly convincing in the dark. They cried next month, but you know what I mean.
I knew a guy, a drag queen who used to prostitute, and he looked like Herman Munster with a wig on. He looked like a total masculine dude.
You rang.
Right.
Yes, and I said, do they not know you're a man? And he said, well, they don't seem to mind as long as I leave my wig on. As soon as I take the wig off, all of a sudden they pretend to not know. So there's the one who claims to not know.
They'll be jerking him off. They'll be jerking him off, and it's all good. But then he takes the wig off, and they're like, "Oh,
you lied to me."
Put it back on.
Remember Eddie Murphy? He got caught with a tranny.
Oh shit! You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, and didn't he claim he didn't know?
Yeah.
Wasn't it named Divine Brown or something like that?
Yes,
that
Divine Brown.
You're right.
You're definitely, and also Howard Hughes, the English actor, got caught with a tranny as well in a vehicle, a prostitute.
Who?
Hughes, the English actor. What's his name?
Oh, Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant. Thank you.
Hugh Grant.
Thank you, Kitty. Yes, Hugh Grant.
When it comes to names, this guy's who'd you say? Albert Hughes? Is that what you said?
Albert Hughes. Howard Hughes. I said Howard Hughes.
Isn't he like that airplane dude?
He's the airplane guy that stayed in his hotel in Vegas and peed and kept all his nail clippings in jar. Yeah,
That's rad. Yeah,
isn't it? That is rad. That's dope, dude. Let's do it. Let's stay in a hotel room for a year, collect our fucking nails and urine.
Yeah, let's do it. Circus.
That's a different catch me if you can. That's like prostitutes that try not to get caught. You know what I mean? Like, just don't take your wig off. You're good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just leave the wig on and we're fine. But go ahead.
Should we play the original video that kind of guy, or should we just say fuck playing any of the shit you're here to talk?
Whatever you want. It's your show.
What do you think, Dusty? Play the original real quick, or?
I like it. Listen, I watched all your videos, Kitty. I love you. Your videos are the best. I mean, they're fucking great. And also, if anybody wants any makeup tutorials, I believe you should go to Kitty Demure's YouTube channel, because it almost got me to start doing makeup. I mean, it's great.
Hell yeah.
Really.
Do it.
I'm not even joking. They're good.
Dust always plays around and cracks jokes as like one of his bits, like forever, like with stuff like that.
That's not
but you might help. You might actually help. I think you're going to help get him over the hump.
Push me over the edge. I'm 43.
Well, I approach it from a less faggoty point of view.
Let's go.
Yeah. So you could be gay, you can be a drag queen, but you don't have to be a faggot.
Amen. That's what's up. God damn. That's fucking
right.
Quote. End quote. Fucking beautiful.
Right.
God damn it.
Right.
Can we please?
Yeah. Where's the clap? Oh, you got the clap machine?
I do have the clap machine.
Bullshit sound effect. There we go.
Okay. Well, I thought a real hand clap is better. It's warmer than a machine.
That's true. That's true. No, but I agree, man. You know, it's like, and you know what? And I don't even mind that so much. Like, I'm just listen. My whole thing with everything is do whatever you want to do as long as you're not hurting nobody else.
Right.
That's my way of thinking with everything. As long as you're not hurting. You know,
I agree. Consenting adults should do whatever the hell they want. They pay taxes and they contribute to the world.
Right.
They should live their life. But you know, there's this misconception. And Brandon Tatum made this a video about me, and he said I don't understand why people look like this all day. I'm like, what are you talking about? I started 2 hours ago. I rushed, put my wig on before I came here, and as soon as we're done, it's coming off because it doesn't feel good. You know. And
like
so
physically.
no,
yeah,
I can't stand wearing this shit. I just have fun doing it.
It's hot, right? It gets hot under the wig.
It's very hot. It's like I'm sure a football player likes playing football. He doesn't like wearing all the pads. I mean, it's like
that's a good point. It's not like they wear it around all day either.
Right. You might, exactly. You might like doing the act overall, but every step of it isn't necessarily enjoyable. You know?
Right. Exactly.
You know, and that goes for most things. He's so stupid.
It's for the show. It's for the show.
You know who Sam Hyde is, Kitty?
What?
You know who Sam Hyde is? No,
no. I was just gonna ask who that is.
Yeah, he's like he's a comedian mainly. Does a lot of skit stuff and prank stuff and things like that. And he actually got deplatformed and everything a bunch of years ago. He got associated. You know, listen, he does comedy. So when you do comedy, you push limits, right?
Right, of course.
And he's a right-wing thinker as well. So you know what happened right around that time frame, 16, 17. If you were a right-wing thinker and you push limits, you were a Nazi.
Yeah, you're done.
So he kind of got
Well, they removed his show, Kitty, off of Adult Swim. You know,
he had a show on Adult Swim.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Wow, Adult Swim. You would think that would be a safe place.
You right? You think so? And you think you would know his name being pulled from Adult Swim? Everybody would know who Sam Hyde is.
We deserve safe spaces too, don't we?
God bless you. Thank you very much. Right? I mean, attempted humor always. I guess I've been doing it for 3 years, like on I guess online and whatnot. You kind of just can't. You can't tell what's going to happen. Yeah. So you just kind of just take it and leave it type of thing.
Well, especially if you're doing like improv, and you're kind of making shit up on the fly. The only shit that's fucked up comedy based is if like your intent is to hurt, right? If your intent is to hurt, then, or if you have hate for a group you're joking about, there's a little more blurred lines.
You can tell too.
You can tell.
You can tell. Right.
If
you're being logical, if you're a logical and a sane person and you're not trying to make up the outrage. You're right. I think we all, and I think that's most of us, but most people aren't caught up in the narratives and with the media these days. They're just going to work. They're just living their life, and they don't really put too much thought into it until it. I mean, a lot of the times, a lot of us, like for you, it's not too late because I love how you keep going. I've gotten deleted. I've got my Gmail deleted by
no shit. Your Gmail.
Look, my Gmail. YouTube, Gmail,
So
shit.
They've only hit me. I can't countless TikToks. Which I love TikTok because I can get an audience really quick and they just love to throw pennies at you. And they just do. And
you're right. When you go live, right? With
totally. And they share it. And Facebook used to be a good place for me. That's where I started. And I remember it was election night. It was when Hillary Clinton had Lady Gaga on stage. Do you remember that?
Vaguely.
Yes, I do.
Okay. She used all the celebrities to try to pump her up. And, I was going to go live and I was watching Lady Gaga and Hillary Clinton. It was like at 40,000 something. As soon as Lady Gaga was done, her numbers dropped like down to 8,000 because no one really cared about Hillary. But then I went live, and I actually at one point had more viewers than Hillary Clinton.
Wow! Holy shit!
Yeah.
Damn.
How many followers did you have on your TikTok, like the main TikTok before it got like ripped?
I like 48,000.
Wow.
Okay.
That's a lot, man. That's
Yeah,
a lot.
That's
I
definitely
still have a lot on Facebook, but Facebook, if you're not really on it all the time, people kind of forget you, or maybe you kind of get buried in the algorithms or whatever. I'm not really sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
Facebook very much relies, like if you don't interact with people, like Instagram, YouTube, almost every other platform, you cannot interact with people much and people still see your shit.
Yeah.
With Facebook, it's like you have to be interacting with the people that you want, you know what I mean, to at least to get them rolling. Fuck Facebook, fuck all these goddamn platforms, at the end of the day.
Yeah, I had a huge audience there, and I got deplatformed, and I found a way around it, and Twitter too. I got back on Twitter after a permanent ban, and I basically have people on the opposite coast create accounts, and then they give me all the information, and then I log in, but I don't put my phone number in, and then both accounts have stayed up.
Huh?
Yeah. Are they growing? Are they growing, or are they like staying up? But are they growing, or is it like hard to grow though?
TikTok is hard to grow for me. I think it's because they know the hashtags. They know, the names. They know if I try to promote it as Hogatha or Kitty, they know that. I think. And
right.
So I just got last night or the night before I lost another TikTok.
Yeah,
I think I saw that. Are you on Patreon, or do you have a website where people support you?
No, I don't.
That's what you should do.
Yeah, you need one.
You really should get some type of guest membership type thing, whether it's Patreon. There's a couple options at this point, but especially for you, because you have the type of fan base that like your foundation is will follow you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What are we using? Buy Me a Coffee is an easy one.
That's a donation one. That's
a donation one.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm just real lazy. I'm real lazy.
Well, it's nice because it's there. You put it out there. You don't have to push it, but it's there. And if your supporters that want to support financially, they like what you're doing, which I'm sure they do, they can throw you a few bucks. No big deal. Like, it's not a big
Venmo
deal.
and Cash App. They'll send me tips. They call them tips,
Shit.
But there should be. I should look into a subscription based type of thing.
I'm telling you, I think it would work for you. For us, like we have moments where we do well, moments where like we're up and down. Like we'll have some videos pop, some videos flop. We don't have like the perfect foundation. You have a foundation. You know what I mean? And you've been viral multiple times at this point. You know what I mean?
I know it's amazing. I didn't expect it at all.
I'm so glad it is. I'm so glad it's there. I'm so glad we found you. I love it. I wish I would have. It was you. Your voice should have been there. It should have been, Cliff. Her voice should have been, so big in 16 if media was fair, which we know they're not.
Once again, like 18, 20 is when she,
Oh, my bad. But if media was fair and they were playing the story time or having anything with one side, you know what I mean? They would have had an opinion.
Yeah, the media is so one-sided. They're so biased. They have an agenda and then they create a story to go with it, they'll never seek out an opposition or a drag queen that's like against it just to get the other side.
It's terrible, bro. It used to be like that. Like you'd have that, and then that helped the viewers seeing, and then they form their own opinion. Which you're gonna that these days people don't even form their own opinion. They wait for somebody else to say it, and they latch on to that opinion.
Bottom fucking line is unless you are hurting people, you should be able to speak your mind and. See, here's the problem nowadays, right? It's like it's a bounce back effect because I'm not sure how old you are. Kitty, first of all, like, do you do the pronoun shit? Do you identify as anything? Like, how do you look at it? Like,
no,
he, she. Like, what's the thing?
Like, okay, so I'm a guy. I'm a man. I mean, when I'm out of this, my typical uniform are camouflage shorts and a sleeveless black V-neck shirt and Vans or Crocs. And that's it.
Yeah.
I don't, there's no glam. There's no nothing. I'm not like one of these little twink West Hollywood homo guys. I just, you don't, I just blend in with society. I'm not trying to make you see something other than me. But, what were you going to say? What did you ask me again? Pronouns.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that.
Pronouns are the most annoying thing ever. No, okay, so all these performers I know, when they're dressed like this, they want to be called her or she. All of a sudden, they have pronoun issues, but they don't mind. When they're out as a guy, they want to be called a guy. When I put this on, I don't believe for 1 minute I'm a girl. Not for 1 minute. And it's like, no, I know people out of respect will say she. I've never made a big point of it, but I'm a guy, so I go by he. But I understand why someone would look at me and say she, because they're being respectful and assuming that's what I want to hear.
Right.
And I won't complain. I won't correct or complain because I know why. So.
You're not a dickhead either direction. Like, it is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I don't, you know when someone's being an asshole to you. You just know it. And I hate the people. I hate the people who know you're not an asshole, but because they're an asshole, they try to jump on anything, like any tone or word you may say, anything to try to make themselves a victim and make you an asshole. I hate that. I just hate, and that's I think that's a sport nowadays.
That's our motto. Don't be a cunt. That's the motto.
Just don't be a cunt.
Hey, have you heard
for people?
There's a song on YouTube called "You Are a Cunt," and I used to do that on my show. It's like, "You are a cunt, a big fat stink."
Someone told me that.
Wait a minute. Let's sing it. Can you do it one more time? Sing it one more time.
You are a cunt, a big fat stinky cunt.
Yeah,
and it's good.
I have to isolate that. I might have to isolate that too.
That's beautiful.
And it sounds like a children's song.
So all right, let's watch the original quick video real quick, being that we said we're gonna, just so everybody could get like just the idea kind of where this all started, and this is the first video that you went viral off of as well, years ago, and then it kind of happened again recently. That I see the Hodge twins shared it. What do you think about the Hodge twins? I don't. They annoy me a little bit. They're a little too, like hacky as well, but at least they're a little funny, in my opinion.
They're funny. I like their take on things, but yeah, I think they're kind of getting more theatrical as time goes on.
Yeah, I agree.
And and it's almost like that persona is a drag performance in itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the kind of the way I look at it. I think they're they're trying to be funny. I think they're trying to get more out of what they're doing, and sometimes and sometimes you just can't get more. People just like what you're doing, and I think they should just do what they do best and quit pushing it.
That's how I feel.
I love it.
Like you said, it becomes performative at some point. You can tell like you don't even think some of those things. You're just saying them because you might get a new audience or make your audience's dick hard or pussy's wet, whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's play this real quick, and then we'll jump back into it. This is 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Let's just let it play through instead of stopping every 4 seconds like you normally would. All right, Dusty?
Yes, sir.
All right.
What in the hell has a drag queen ever done to make you have so much respect?
Sound, Cliff. Is that mine?
Motherfucker.
Why?
My bad. You know what it is? I keep forgetting I'm using voice meter. So it puts my voice and the whole entire computer audio through the same line. So if I mute my mic, which is usually helpful, it mutes the entire audio. So hold on.
Oh, yeah. That's good and everything, but how about you fix it? Okay.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. Don't be a cunt.
What in the hell has a drag queen ever done to make you have so much respect for them and admire them so much, other than put on makeup and jump on the floor and writhe around and do sexual things on stage? I have absolutely no idea why you would want that to influence your child. Would you want a stripper or a porn star to influence your child? It makes no sense at all. A drag queen performs in a nightclub for adults. There is a lot of filth that goes on, a lot of sexual stuff that goes on. And backstage, there's a lot of nudity, sex, and drugs. Okay? So I don't think that this is an avenue you would want your child to explore. They could explore dressing up at home like we all did, like all gay boys did. We all dressed at home and we had a great time. We had a great time with our girlfriends, putting on makeup, trying on clothes, things like that. But to actually get them involved in drag is extremely, extremely irresponsible on your part. And I understand you might want to look like you're with it, that you're cool, that you're woke, that you're not a Nazi, that you're not a homophobe, whatever it may be. but you can raise your child to be just a normal, regular, everyday child without including them in gay sexual things. And honestly, you're not doing the gay community any favors. In fact, you're hurting us, okay? We have already had a reputation of being pedophiles and being perverts and deviants. We don't need you to bring your children around. So you keep your kids at home or take them to Disneyland or take them to Chuck E. Cheese. But if you need your child to be entertained by a big human in a costume or in makeup, take them to the circus or something. When they turn 18, then why don't you take them to the clubs on their 18th birthday? Because it's an adult thing, okay? So don't ruin your child's life and don't ruin us. Because
Straight the fuck.
Man, god damn, that's beautiful, bro. That's so awesome.
Thank you.
I mean,
Straight up.
it's so on point. And the thing is, you need people within communities, right? Speaking out against things that are inappropriate from within whatever community it might be. You know, that's actually what helps change things. It bridges gaps, right? It bridges gaps on multiple levels. You know, it makes people that might be biased towards gay people or drag queens or whatever say, hey, dope. They, you know, not all, you know, they're not thinking like these white bitches in Subarus and these dudes with man buns and fucking shit in their asshole, woke fucking retards nowadays. You know what I mean? Like there's actual sense within the community, you know, and you know, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's important because it bridges gaps on so many levels, on so many fucking levels.
You know what's funny is because the people on the left or other performers and stuff who down me for what I say, I'm like, listen, while you guys have run off, you know, in your little rainbow land, you know, living your best life, I'm one of a few that actually are staying in the trenches and trying to fix things and trying to make that bridge, like you said, between, you know, because, you know, just because you have 50% of the population that pretend to agree with you, you know, I feel a lot of it is kind of like just giving children what they want and people are shutting up. I don't believe for 1 second that every single person is like, yay, drag queens. And I don't expect it. You know, I don't expect it. I just leave me alone. You don't have to like it. You don't have to approve of it. You don't even have to tolerate me. Just leave me the fuck alone. And it's like, you know, and if you enjoy it, come to the club and watch it. But, you know, since when did it become like really a family? A family function to go, hey, how about let's go see some drag queens today? And it's like, you know, it's not drag.
It's Chuck E. Cheese now.
It's Disneyland. What are we doing? Well, Mickey Mouse?
It is. And you know what? Somebody made a great point to me the other day. They said, so what? You bring your kids and it's like you're feeding the drag queens dollar bills, like you're feeding an animal, you know, peanuts at a circus. And it's like, yeah, you know, and at some point I think it has become like this freak show that everybody just comes to watch. But then again, a lot of the pride has turned into freak shows because they've accepted every other alphabet and thrown them underneath every letter and thrown them under the you know, LGBT, you know, umbrella. You know,
when is that? How long is that going to go? Is it just going to be everything? Not to cut you off, sorry.
The whole alphabet eventually.
I mean,
literally 26 letters are going to be in that shit by the time my kids have kids. You know?
Just do it. What you do is you put all of them underneath there. You remove the H for heterosexual, you remove the C for Caucasian, and the W for white, and put the rest underneath. Because that's really what it is.
Excluding. It's just excluding honkies. Just get the honkies out.
I mean, listen. There's no doubt that that's happening. You know, there's no doubt that the bounce back is in full effect. Like when we were growing up, we're all probably like in a similar age bracket. When we were growing up, it was the conservative right that had control of everything, and they were censoring like the Madonnas and the Sinead O'Connors, and it is just that. But and the left was the counterculture. Now it's flipped on its head.
Right.
The woke is the main culture, and the right has become the counterculture. But the woke has a more powerful weapon than the right wing ever had, which is the internet and social media.
The media, that's right.
You know, and that's the difference. You know,
and I've told my friends that I go, you know, it wasn't that long ago that you guys were like the rebels and you guys were the ones who stood apart. I go, now it's turned into the conservatives actually are standing, you know, on the sides. They're the rebels. And I said, you guys think you're punk rock, but you're not. You're Hannah Montana. You're Hannah Montana. You're not punk rock.
They're the ones listening to government. Everything the government says, they're doing. Like, I mean, the whole pandemic thing. I don't know where you stand on that, but it was like everybody just. There's still people wearing masks right now, and if I took a poll, I would think that most of them voted.
How about we take a poll and hit him in the fucking
Biden.
head with it?
I mean, for real.
And fucking smack him over there. Fucking.
You're in a car by yourself, and you're still wearing a fucking mask, bro. What are you
People
doing?
still wearing them. I get it pisses me off because I have like health issues and I have to go to the doctor, and that's the only time I will wear. They still make you wear a mask when you go into a doctor's office.
They do. I have to wear one as well.
Pissed off. It pisses me off. But you know what I did? I ripped the whole inner liner out. I just have one thin little sheet over me, and that's it. But no, I was not masky at all. I did not get the vaccination. I've only had one. I've only had one COVID test, and that was when I had to get surgery in the hospital. And they just did it to me. Yeah. But
when you were in the hospital, did they keep trying to come to you to get the vax?
No, they never once. And this was in April. I had open heart surgery in April, and they never once. They never.
God bless.
Thank you.
God bless.
They never once tried to force vaccine on me at all.
Okay.
They asked me if I wanted it, and I said no.
Yeah, they kept doing it to me.
If you got it a year earlier, if you got it a year earlier, they would have harassed you.
I got a back surgery over at Loma Linda, and they came in every day, and they'd be like, why aren't you vaxxed? And I mean, sweethearts, but it sounded like somebody else was telling them, like, to come in. It was awkward, and I'd be like, I just told you guys. And they were giving me this is beside the point. They were trying to give me diabetes medicine, and I go, yeah, I'm a fat fuck, but like, I just ate cheesecake. You guys have a great hospital menu here, folks.
Right. They do.
It's the best. Come on. I was eating cheesecake and then I'd have diabetes type numbers and they'd give me insulin.
That's where it's funny. My partner, he had back surgery there.
Oh, did he? How's he doing?
Great. He's fine. I mean, he's going in for other problems like his knee and stuff, but.
Oh yeah. Did he have Dr. Dye? Did he use Dr. Dye?
Who was your doctor? It wasn't Dr. Dye. I know.
It wasn't Dr. Dye. Yeah, you'd remember that name. Dr. Dye. I told him I wasn't calling him Dr. Dye. I called him fucking Jane.
His name was Alan, Michael Allen.
Shout out Alan, man. Those Seventh-day Adventists, goddamn it.
With two first names.
Hey, a Seventh-day Adventist, I'm not mad at him.
Michael Allen, I'm here to perform your surgery.
Mine were all Persian. I went to St. Bernardine, so mine were all Persian.
Yeah. Shout out Inland Empire. We're just a couple of kids out in the Inland Empire over here, Kitty. We're just a couple of Inland. I was raised in Escondido, and then
Riverside.
Yeah. Well, no. Oh, you were born in Riverside?
No, I was raised there.
Oh, okay. You know Kirby Colby?
Kirby Colby? No.
Yeah, it's like one of those things where it's like, you know, like people ask every black person, do they know the one black person they know?
Was that a gay person? Was that a gay person?
Yeah, obviously. He's joking because I'm asking about doctors and like.
Oh, I'm not. I'm pulling up the question from earlier.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I thought you were making a quick dust. Dust is trying to be like, yeah, there's 1,000 doctors. Of course, it's Dr. Dye. He does all the back surgeries. I thought he was doing that. He busts my balls all the time, Kitty. He's always busting my balls when I do that. Of course.
It's to keep you on your toes.
He keeps me on my toes.
This is a fact. What are we doing here if we're not doing that? You know what I mean?
That's what it is.
So whitest guy, where are you at?
I'm from New York, but I live in Pennsylvania now.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
He's out there in the sticks, way out in the sticks.
I'm in the cut now. You know what I mean?
I would love to. We want to move out to the sticks.
The sticks is the best place to live. My brother bought land southeast Colorado for like, I think it's less than 500 an acre. He bought like 80 acres.
Shit, wow.
Yeah, and it's gorgeous. It's right by the what is it out there? The Great Sand Dunes. You know, I mean, it's cool in the summer.
Durango area. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be probably better. I mean, he has to drive like an hour and a half to get to like a Walmart. There's like no stores other than by him.
Yeah,
There's like
I don't live in the super sticks. I live in like I live in a small town surrounded by the sticks that's also like 40 minutes from a city. You know, I don't want to be too far because I still kind of like having like a little civilization around me. But you know,
that's how I am. I don't mind me and Mark, we want to move. And I'm like, you know what? I can take maybe 100 miles from everything. We can move 100. I used to be a truck driver, so I'm used to driving places. It's like, and I've been everywhere. So I'm like, I don't mind, but I do like to have my conveniences. I do enjoy going to LA and having a nice dinner. We will just go down and spend a stupid amount of money on dinner. I enjoy that shit, but but I don't mind living in the sticks.
No, it's nice up there. People are nice. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, man.
Like, being like, when did you get into like performative, like, drag arts or whatever?
No, it really was when I got older. When I got into, I was raised, like you said, we were around the same age. I graduated in '88 high school. So
so you have like probably like 8 on me, somewhere in that pocket. Because I'm 35 a bunch of times. I don't say my age.
I'm 43. I was born in '78, baby. I graduated.
Go ahead. I'm born in '69.
I should have graduated in '96, but
no shit.
A WHiggA has to go back to adult school, and then
I did too.
Shout out adult schools.
But back when I was a kid, the who I liked, who was popular at the time, was the band Kiss, which of course are just nothing. They're clowns. And then Boy George became famous, and then there was Prince, and all these men who were like just dominating music they all looked like a bunch of fags. I mean, they're all, you know what I mean?
In the 80s, like the 70s and the 80s. It was
they were dressed like women. They were what do you call it? Ambidextrous, Kitty? What do you call it? Ambidextrous?
Androgynous.
Androgynous. Well, thank you.
And like David Bowie and Queen, and then there was like Motley Crue. Now these are supposed to be like macho dudes. Like these are like the girls like couldn't wait to suck their dicks. Like Motley Crue and Poison, and all these guys are all glammed up, And so I grew up during that time, so it really was no big deal that a guy would wear eyeliner. Like even a jock would wear eyeliner when I was in high school. So you just keep pushing it, and then the whole like new wave thing came out, and then pre-goth, they called it death rock back then. So we started dressing like vampires in the 80s. People think, it was so cool in the 90s. It's like, no, dude, that was like going on in the 80s too. Yeah, so much was going on back then, and so.
Especially, the 80s was a
it was very decadent, and it was very like anything goes, even though and the funny thing is it was very conservative too. But I think that's why fashion and the arts were pushing it all the time. But that's when I started wearing makeup. I'd wear it to school. But when it came into say like a female version, it really wasn't that long ago. And it's I went off and did everything you're supposed to do. I was a diesel mechanic. I was a truck driver.
Hell yeah.
And and then but I still liked. I'm not even that fashionable of a person. I just like the art of the makeup.
Right.
And so I I still paid attention to that shit, but it wasn't until I got older and I don't know, maybe 15 years ago. I mean, I was like
15 years ago,
late 30s, like early 40s. And I said, fuck it, I'm going to try it. I was already working at a club because I got out of trucking because I got so fucking fat and unhealthy. Yeah. And so I said, I got to change this shit. And so I did. I started working in a gay club as a bouncer. I then started like working in my way.
Let me just interrupt you before. I love the fact that the people who would be an asshole to you or biased towards you, that you would probably fucking throw them through a wall. Like, I really do love the fact that that's a reality to it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, especially if they say I'm 6'4", 300 pounds. Okay?
That's what I'm saying.
Right. I told you. Hell yeah. Body slamming somebody that talks shit. They're just scoop and dump uppercut, bro. Come on.
Right.
What?
Right. You got to be big. You got to be big even amongst drag queens, which tend to be fairly tall. 5'11"-ish. Right.
Well, yeah, you put on the heels, and you're like 7 feet tall. By the time you have the heels,
have you ever had to square up with another person in drag?
No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't dare because they're still dudes, and they know fuck, you'll kick my ass.
Yeah, you would a Drago. You would a Drago of drag queens. You know what I mean?
Wait, Drago is what? Is that Dolph Lundgren?
Yeah. The Brainiac, bro. Shout out Dolph Lundgren, bro.
I will break you.
He was in He-Man too. We just watched that the other day.
Oh, that's a great movie to smoke a joint to. For
Horrible
sure.
Punisher. The worst Punisher movie back in the day.
So I start like I'm working in the clubs. I start working with the lighting because it was a pretty elaborate club I worked at where we had stage lighting and cameras and smoke and we had LED screens. It was like for drag. It was considered a very. It's still going on. But it's a very good club to perform at, just with a horrible clientele. I don't know if you know where Pomona, California is.
Oh yeah, I know it well.
Yeah, it doesn't really attract the best people who have a lot of stuff in their pockets to give you. No. So, so you're basically performing for free. And a lot of these clubs, they make competitions out of drag. So it's free entertainment. So you go, hey, come, you do an 8-week pageant type of thing. And you do these challenges like RuPaul's Drag Race, if you've ever seen it. Every week is a new challenge. You do a different outfit, a different song or whatever. Nice. And I'm competing with people who are 18 to 25. And these guys are, and I don't want to
flips and fucking
endless energy.
Yes.
You're ripping telephone books. They're doing backflips.
You're over here doing fucking, you're lifting out engines with the fucking, with the chain.
Yeah, bending golf clubs. Yo, hold on. Oil change. You do oil change.
I should have.
I got you. Come on.
I should have embraced my size more in that way, but in your mind, you're like, oh, I want to be pretty. I got to try to compete with these, and I got to be skinny and stuff. Well, I got tired of the corseting. I got tired of the padding. You got to put a lot of pads on your ass and the hips and thighs to make you look like an hourglass. If you're a good performer, you do that. You'll try to push the illusion further with a new body. But I just couldn't compete with these new people and these young people. And it wasn't really so much about winning. It was just, how can I put it? It's a, it's kind of like the old boys club, but it's put into drag. It's right. that whole mentality about guys and friends and promoting each other and things like that. And I'm going to tell you, a lot of people might not want to hear this. It's racial too. And you think, oh, you're white. So, oh no, it's Southern California is completely dominated by one group of people, and I'm not going to say who they are because everybody already knows who it is.
You're talking about the Mexicans. The Mexicans tend to be a problem, man. I tried to tell Cliff it's totally different. He grew up in New York. They're different racial dynamic.
Yeah,
and then
it's working by me, the large swath of Mexicans, like the biggest pile of them, they're working Mexicans. They're like blue collar Mexicans, the biggest pile of Mexicans.
Yeah. Well, those ones, like now that used to be how it was here, but now they've all graduated to white collar now. And now they're running stuff. And there's a part of, I come from a Portuguese background. They're the same way, and Asians are we're going to get in trouble. But there are just groups of people that promote each other because they want to promote their way of life or their culture.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it's natural. It's just not good being on the other side of it.
For sure. Right? Yeah.
And so
there's Mexican people that won't hire you. I mean, when you're when you're a wedo, as they call a honky in Southern Cali,
gringo is like the pejorative for it that they call us.
And I'm not saying they're all like that. They're not. Everybody knows Mexican. I mean, how do you not know? I mean, I'm such a minority in my city, as
oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Matter of fact, RuPaul actually, this is actually a good one. We'll pull this up for a second because I seen you reacted to the RuPaul, right? What was it with the RuPaul Drag Race recently?
Oh, it's the celebrity version. So these are people you don't know who they are, and they're celebrities, and I guess at the end they expose who they are, and no one really cares because I don't even know who.
The other one wasn't it something with a girl and like a girl like she was dressed as a Girl Scout or something.
Okay, it's a guy from, I guess, Glee. I never watched it, but he's from Glee, and he's dressed up as a woman dressed in a sexy Girl Scout outfit, and he's part of Troop 6969.
Oh God!
Oh my God! So all right. So this is actually the dude from Glee doing celebrity. You're saying celebrity
drag race, yes.
And they're sexualizing the Girl Scout essentially.
Right, and I mean. I don't understand now that. Okay, let me put it this way. That right there is what you do in an adult nightclub, gay club. You know, people will dress up as nuns. They've dressed up as babies. They do whatever they can to they'll vomit on the stage. They'll do whatever they can to shock you. You know, because you're there to get entertained in a naughty way. You know, things you're not going to see, you know, on the street or on TV. But what they're doing is here. They're doing like a nighttime thing. I mean, this is on VH1, which is pretty much everybody has VH1.
This is on VH1. Holy shit!
Yes.
Prime time.
Yes,
prime time cable.
Yeah, and it's cable, and I know it's a young audience. Okay,
for sure.
And drag has become very popular with young people. Well, here you are. You're taking. I looked at the average age of a Girl Scout just for my own knowledge. You start in second grade.
Yes.
So he's
I was a Boy Scout.
Yeah, he's portraying a second grade girl dressed as a Girl Scout
manner
that will carry over for sure.
Yes, and so it's like, why are you doing that? It's like, and I said, what are they making this for? Perverted old men? Because
yes, they
you
are.
know what? It seems really strange to me. It just does.
Right, even the schoolgirl outfit, right? Like I think about the school. Like once you have daughters, you also start looking at things. I have two daughters.
Right.
So
I got a daughter myself as well.
21.
Oh, good, cool.
You know, so you look at things differently. Like, and even like the fact that the schoolgirl outfit was like popularized within movies and this and that, and you know, like it's not like it's not that the sexualization. I was talking to P about this earlier, my boy P. It's not that the sexualization of children wasn't always happening, but there's a difference between once you're talking about changing of genders, right? Because that, you know, that could be something you do in an actual physical way. It could be a hormonal thing. It could be, you know, so it's like sexualizing has always happened, but this is a different, you know, a more dangerous, you know, incarnation of it, right?
What is that? Gays Against Groomers, Kitty? The hashtag Gays Against Groomers. I mean, it has males that had breast implants. I just saw a picture of him getting them out, and he got them when he was, I believe it was younger, and now he has them out, and it's terrible, bro. The scars.
Wait, how old was the kid that got breast implants?
I don't know exactly how old he was, but it was like that was the, you know, if it's true. I mean, it looks like that was what the point they were getting across on. It's on Twitter, Gays Against Groomers. If you want to, I don't know if you want to pull it up. If you want to see it, it's terrible. It's horrible, bro.
I personally know a couple that had a biological boy, biological girl. The girl decided they were non-binary, and then shortly after, the boy claimed he was a girl.
Oh, man.
And for the boy, the one who's turning into a girl, for one of his birthday presents, they took him to San Francisco and had his tits removed.
Oh, get the fuck out of here!
And how old was he?
I believe he was 17.
God damn it,
so
man!
Not even 18. You could do something like.
I mean, the thing is,
your brain's not even formed yet. I mean, as we know.
And this is the thing that pisses me off about the whole thing. I mean, all these adults, they used to be kids and teenagers at one time. They know what a sensitive and complicated time that is.
Yes.
And you know, I knew I was gay from very early on. All of my friends were girls, and I envied girls to a point where I'm like, well, God, they get guys' attention. Mm-hmm. They get everything they want. Girls get to wear dresses. They get to wear their hair any way I want. Here I'm stuck with this little boy haircut, wearing jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah, you could do more. There's more like modifications you can make to your style
to make yourself more
attractive. And that's the way I looked at it. And I know a lot of these like gay guys do that too. They're like, wow, it must be great to be a woman. It must be great. They're beautiful. They can wear makeup, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know, you carry that over. And I was not comfortable. Plus, you know, I hated my dad, you know, and then I resented men for calling me a faggot and things like that. And, you know, you never fit in with them. And I really did not come into being completely comfortable with being a guy until like my late 20s. Like, I was like, you know what? I like being a guy because, you know, I fully became the man I was supposed to be. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I mean, even if up to 21, I grew another inch. You're still not even physically all the way a man yet. And
I was an idiot till like my late 20s.
Yeah.
Right.
My wife just brought that up to me.
30.
We're having problems with my son right now, you know, and he's 19. He's going to be 20, you know, drug issues. But it's like you remember when I was young, I tried meth. I tried acid. I was a fucking idiot. I drank and drive constantly. I was in, I was in the service.
Idiot,
that
bro.
didn't even teach me anything. The discipline I learned in the service, I was just drinking and driving, with the goddamn American flag behind me. You don't want to see the boys pull up. You don't want the boys to pull up. You know what I mean? But yeah, our brains aren't formed yet, man. And I
No,
just
you're not.
43 and I'm just learning that like this is who I am. This is fine. It is what it is.
And
So let me ask you something. How many people, right? Like within, the drag. I hate using, but you have to use these words because it's just easy to describe. Within the drag queen community, what percentage of drag queens feel how you feel, as opposed to drag queens that are like, oh, what's the big deal? I'm going to dance in front of some kids.
I've never, like, personally, the ones that I used to work with and used to entertain with, I don't see them personally anymore, but because that happened back in 2016 when that happened. But I can guarantee you, and I know some pretty conservative drag queens, and they just, for the people, how can I put it? They don't want to say anything because they don't want to ruin their paycheck. There's a lot of that going on.
Right. And
Yeah.
it's so
Is there-
attached to the woke bullshit.
Well,
that
yeah,
they're-
and that's how it goes back to the boys club. If you don't just do what you're told or what you're expected to do, then you're not going to get a gig, and they and a lot of these people, they're one main drag queen. They're like the queen bee, and they're the ones who select the cast that are going to perform at a club from night to night. And you basically
Right.
have to,
If they're not against it, anyone else who wants a job that night is just going to kind of go along. With the.
Well, I watched a video of Kitty of yours that we were talking about when they got on stage. I believe they were playing the "Fuck Trump" song. They came up and they were like, they were showing all. They were. What do you call it when you're posturing? What do you call it? You're virtue signaling. They're virtual signaling.
The drag queens were doing that.
Yeah, it was a drag show. Yeah, it was a drag show, and they got up and they were talking about "fuck Trump" and this, and everybody claps. But they were lacking the entertainment skills, is what your point was like, you understand what I'm saying? Leaning on that instead of
like Brandon Tatum. Like Brandon Tatum leans sucking Trump's dick. Some of the drag queens lean on saying fuck Trump.
Yeah, there's a popular drag queen that I like, who is sort of a mentor of mine, who's like 10 years older than me, and finally got into the club that I was working at. I was so happy to meet him. I was so happy, everything. But he went on stage. He did his fuck Trump routine, and then he comes back. He does the love is love, and we should all love each other, and all this crap, and then goes backstage and then starts talking shit about Mexicans. And it's like, wait a minute, you were up there calling someone a racist. You come off the stage and you go backstage and you start being racist, and that isn't uncommon. I've heard them use the N-word backstage. I've heard all kinds of crap. And it's like, that's why I know it's all so phony. It's all so funny. Like, they're eating up the fact the media loves them right now, that Hollywood loves them, that they're invited to award shows and shit like that. But they're all fucking phony, and I can't pretend that they're not. I just can't.
Right.
I got your back. That's fucking wild, dude. Well, I mean, if we want to fight anybody, me and Kitty will square up with you. I got a couple of wigs back here. If any of those guys want to fight, dude, I mean, it's on. You guys need to quit playing your games.
Yeah. We should set up a boxing event with Kitty.
Awesome.
We find the most hateful person, right? Like against like her message, you know what I mean? Or drag queens, either one of the two, either the most hateful against her message that she speaks about in regards to this, or hateful against drag queens and gays. And we set up a boxing event and let fucking Kitty fucking pummel somebody.
Mop them up, dude.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I get to be the ring girl.
Yeah. Did you know this website existed? Like literally dragqueenstoryhour.org.
No, I didn't. I had no idea.
There was literally a fucking website named dragqueenstoryhour.org.
And I want you to just notice how fucking busted that drag queen is. Like, what? It's like, what pisses me off, on top of just fucking with kids' minds, why are you sending out the fucking ugliest drag queens possible?
Right.
I mean, they don't even try. They're that
This is
person's
like Lawrence Taylor with a fucking wig. Right?
How many sacks with the sack? Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
I mean, look at this though. Back
You know,
to school. Set the stage with a back to school story hour.
Who is this? I don't know who is this impressing. I honestly, I do not think kids care. I don't think they care. I think
at least this one looks a little better. At least this one looks a little better.
No, that's a good one. And you know what? I wouldn't even mind this person entertaining children if they didn't bring up gay, gender, any of that shit. If that person just went up there and just did a Chinese number or whatever they do and then left, that the kid will look at them and think it's a woman.
Sure.
And to me, that is even better. See, when I grew up and I first fell in love with drag, it was because they used to call them female impersonators.
Oh, I remember that.
Only the best would be on TV, and you're like, damn, they're really good. Mm-hmm. And that's what really kind of made me like this. I'm like, I like the illusion. I like that. But now that person up there reading the book, that's not an illusion. That's a monster. Like it just pisses me off.
Right. And it's like the fact that there's an actual fucking .org for the, and look at the fucking goddamn, look at this shit. Nothing but kids. And it's like you said, right? Bro. To your fucking point, it's not like these kids are like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and they're like, excuse me, teacher, or excuse me, mom, when are we having drag queen story hour?
Right. No, they're taking
woke schools or woke parents, woke in big quotations because they ain't fucking woke. Because it's damaging people. You know what I mean? And you're right. It's not the fun. I mean, listen. What are you going to do, right? If a kid's 14, 15, 16, getting more towards the point of being at least a little more in the thought process of what they might be. Right? But this grade school shit, this is where it's like, I mean,
it's a big money maker, bro. I mean, these they get this non-profit attached to their name, and that's what people was non-profit. It's profit. They're making money. They appoint people that take cash, and it's wild.
Years ago, I did some research on the whole drag queen storybook hour. It's because that's like a brand. It's a brand of so entertainment you would bring to a library or something, and like the website, you probably book gigs through there. I would assume,
right?
But
you do.
I did some research that the person who created it, if I remember correctly, her name is Melissa something. She ultimately is an author. So from what I understand, she created early on, this is how it started from what I understand, she created this. And you basically read her books, and her books were all about gender and sexuality and shit like that. That makes the unformed brain confused.
It makes it so much worse. That brings this to a whole nother level. Yeah. Because it's not like you said, right? It's not like you go in there, maybe dressed as a convincing woman reading a story that's not about gender or not. You're going there dressed a lot of the times unconvincing, right?
Look at that. Look at their examples they give you.
Jesus. I mean, fucking A, bro.
I mean, you would be frightened if that came up to your door on Halloween.
I mean, that's chest kicks all around.
This one looks like the Star Trek. The Star Trek dude with the shit in his head.
Oh, the fucking what do you call it? The Klingon. The Klingon.
They're frightening. They're not even pretty. They're not even. It's a horror show. That's all it is.
It is.
Right.
It's wild, man. It's wild, and they're making money. It ain't gonna end. There's so much money involved in this now. Now you're dealing with.
People are they can't wait to feel good about themselves for uplifting somebody else. That's what, it pisses me off. I can't, this might be unpopular. I can't stand the people at a freeway exit that stops at a green light to give a homeless person money. I hate them. San Bernardino, where I live, every stupid exit has a homeless person on it. If everybody stopped to give them $1, you'd never get home. And it's Mount Vernon? You're just they're just doing that to feel good about themselves. So honey, I stopped and I gave some homeless guy $1. I'm a hero. And it's like, I hate that. I hate it. And I think a lot of these women, mostly women who bring their kids to this stuff, I almost think they're doing it. Well, they need acceptance and they need us to just support them and shit. And it's like, I just think it's all like a whole, it's based on victim mentality.
Right. It is. Good point. Fucking A, man. Everybody wants to be a fucking victim, man. And it's sad. They're teaching that, and the kids see it, and then the kids want to do it. And they just act like this is what we're doing now. This is cool.
Yeah.
See, but the problem with and I damn sure that's why I pulled that back up. That is Charles Barkley and Woody Harrelson. Let's give P a round of applause.
Oh, shit. Go ahead.
You know, but you know, it's not only the victimhood issue, right? It's the issue of claiming victimhood, but then making other people victims. If you make other people, whether it's the trans sport thing, and then you're now making women to get picked on, you know, whatever it might be. If you claim victimhood and claim, hey, I want things to get better for these reasons, and you could prove those reasons as to why they need to get better, and don't create another victim in the process, that's one thing. But that's not what we end up having with all these situations. We create, even you've been made a victim, but just by speaking your mind about something, you've been deplatformed, you've been censored. How many times are you gonna go fucking viral and they're gonna fucking censor you till they realize, like, hey, bitch, I'm here. Like, let me talk my shit.
Yeah.
You know, I never, you said something great, and I never thought about it that way. Okay, women's sports were created so women can compete, you know, so they won't be dominated by the men in sports. That's why, because they can't compete. So then what happens? Years go by, then they put men in women's sports with a wig on. And it's like, so yeah, you fixed a problem of the victim of a woman. And then what you did is you re-victimize them by putting men back in their sports.
It's so true. So fucking true.
It's so right there in your face. How do people not see it?
And it happens with and listen, I also understand, like we talked about, you know, this many times. I mean, there is overcorrection when there's correction.
Right.
So you have to leave a little bit of like wiggle room to understand that.
Right.
But almost every social movement, especially now with the vitriol. And mind you, I'm a left wing. I've been called a fucking bleeding heart liberal when I was young. I've revised my opinions, and now I'm more like, you know, I lean right on some shit, lean left on some shit.
Right.
But I've been gray area, right? Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah, we're all purple.
Yeah, that's how it should be. I mean, shit.
Listen, I'm a patriot, bro. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
I don't play that shit.
Me and my guy.
You don't care about none of this shit. You liar.
I don't play that shit.
Literally does not care about politics.
I am an American. I don't. But what do you want from me? Listen, overthrow the government. That's it. Let's go. No, I'm kidding. Don't overthrow the government. But my point is that I'm saying, I mean, listen, the bleeding heart shit, I'm mad at it because it just makes kids soft. That's all.
I agree.
Don't make your fucking form your thoughts. Don't be a pussy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, be realistic.
I'm gonna get some cigarettes. I'm gonna walk over here. I'm gonna walk right over there, my friends, and I'm gonna get some cigarettes. And I want you guys to enjoy your next minute without me.
You know, I was never politically active or even considered this until 2015-ish. You know, I voted for Obama twice, you know, because I don't want to be racist, so I'm just going to mark Obama, you know. And so, I mean, that's the truth. And I think, you know, well, why not? Okay, you know what? It has to happen sometime. But the thing is, I didn't care one way or another because I wasn't politically savvy. I didn't really pay attention. I go, okay, we'll just vote for the black guy. And then once like 2016 came, I was like, I was charged up just by who was running, just the nature of what was happening. And I'm like, oh my God, wow, this is crazy. And, you know, I just knew Donald Trump from TV, you know, and from real estate crap and shit like that. And I'm like, fuck it. I hated the way things were going. And I know I didn't like Hillary Clinton. I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to vote for him.
Let's go. Dap it up. Dap it up, Kitty. Dap it up.
Okay.
You
So
didn't vote for him in 2016, you lying sack of shit. Stop trying to get Kitty.
2016?
Listen, if you're going to be gay, you got to commit. Don't be half gay. Don't be half. If you be gay, you gotta fucking commit.
What are you trying to say?
Open your fucking booty.
I'll suck your dick right now, dude.
Open.
Pull it
you know
out.
what I mean?
Pull it out, you son of a bitch. I voted for Trump in the last cycle, whatever it was. I was like, fuck it, dude.
You voted for him recently.
This is going down. This is going down. I don't give a fuck. Bam.
Yeah.
Look at the options. Look at these goddamn options.
Right. That's the thing. You have to pick. In the end, you have choices. That's it. And so it's like, what do you do? And so we did it. And then all of a sudden we became me and Mark, he's like you, he's a patriot. He was a Marine. And, you know, he's like, You know, American flags on the car. American flags on the car.
You damn right.
Stuff like that.
I bet he has does he have a flag tattoo? He has a flag tattoo, doesn't he?
He has a big marine, that big globe with the bird. He has a big tramp stamp on his back.
Oh, that's fucking hot.
That's
dude.
hilarious.
That's patriotism.
That's hilarious.
Patriotism, my friend.
He got it in the Philippines. And then he there's a big scar down the middle of it from where he had his surgery. We went, this is like so off topic, but he had his back surgery.
Yeah.
So we put masking tape on it and we wrote Epstein didn't kill himself or something like that. So the surgeon could see that before he cut into him.
Hilarious.
But
I mean, I rock the flag. That's the thing too. Like you know, people, you know, like I got the flag with me all the time, even though, but I like what I tell people too, right? Like I love America for all the regular America shit too, right? There's some of that in me. Raised that way a little, but more than anything, what I love about America, why I always got a flag hanging near me, is the diversity of America.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like all the like America has such a different diversity of cultures, races, hobbies.
Right.
That's why I'm like, fly that motherfucking flag, because we are the pioneers for all that shit. You know what I mean?
Right, I agree.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's people in other countries that are getting thrown off buildings for their sexual identities in the Middle East, bro, and it's wild.
You know, I'm like, okay, like I was born and raised in Southern California, and as time goes on, the more I'm here, the more I'm driving around, and I'm like, fucking foreigners, they're everywhere, right? So,
right.
But when I was a trucker, I was up in Montana for about a week or so. And I was sitting in a room, and I looked around. Everybody was white. All the men looked like me, like you, whitest guy, beard, you know, cami hat, you know, flannel shirt or whatever.
Sexy.
And I'm like,
beautiful eyes.
Yes, hot. And so I'm up there, and I'm looking, and I'm like, everybody looks like me. And I went, how fucking boring. It's like I want to go back to I want to go back to the foreigners.
Right.
You know?
Right. I love the diversity of this country. That's like my favorite thing about America is that, and obviously there's a lot of places that don't have it. There's even in America. You know what I mean? You go to North Dakota, Wyoming, Montana. You don't see much diversity.
It's a strength, but the government and some of these nonprofits and the people that hate to see unity or whatever, or just want to make money, they've made it a weakness somehow. By exploiting it.
They made unity a weakness. Yeah.
Well, I notice what they're doing is they're taking that diversity. It's like they want to keep the diversity, but they want to put them in compartments, but they want the compartments to be next to each other. And it's like, that's not diversity. It isn't.
Yeah. It's not. Well, I mean, look what they're doing. Look what they're doing to honkies in general. They're making honkies out to be the goddamn devil. It's like, chill the fuck out, dude.
Well, God, I know so many white people who are looking for anything in their DNA that's like, you know, Latin or African or anything, just so they could say, you know.
My aunt. My Aunt Janice in Upland, she goes, shout out to Aunt Janice. She goes, yeah, they did a DNA thing, and she goes, we're like 1% fucking Hebrew or some shit.
Right. I'm a Jew.
Jew. I got my you see my I bought myself.
It won't show up. There you go. Yeah.
I bought my rabbi outfit. I go, let's go. I bought my brother one.
Yeah.
Well,
but that is but that is the problem now. It's like the forced, you know, like the diversity is there naturally, right? Let it all do what it does. But now it's like, oh, we need some diversity over here. Hold on. Get a drag queen for this kid. Whoa. Hold on. Transports.
And they're willing, Kitty, right? Like I think I've seen a post of yours where they're willing to, I believe it's Minnesota with the teachers. They're like, we're going to lay off by race.
Yes. Yep.
That's fucking insane. Like that's like some Jim Crow shit.
Fight racism.
We're now having this bill has passed. This is some opposite. It's James Crow.
Yeah.
You know,
they have a lot of Somalians up there.
They do.
That's true. Somalian culture. There.
Dearborn, I believe.
I'll tell you, I was shocked when I was in Minnesota, and when I was a driver. And I'm going to tell you, 15 years ago. So it wasn't yesterday. I go up there and I'm like, well, Minnesota, it's different. I was raised here in Canada, so I go up to Minnesota and go, wow, this is different. I go pick up at a warehouse and not one person in there could speak English. And I was shocked. I'm like, it's made it this far. Like it's made it this far into Minnesota to where the warehouses are all filled with people who can't speak English.
And there's no problem with the workers.
Did you call the proper authorities? I'm sorry.
Hold on. If you work hard and you do what you got to do, there's nothing wrong with that. But you should also assimilate to the country you live in. Like, there's never going to be 25 me and Dusts down in a Mexican warehouse just like, yo, what up, bro? You know what I mean? That's not going to happen.
And like, you know, okay, like my family, I'm like a large percentage Portuguese, and they came here on a ship, and they came, you know, they couldn't speak English. And like my grandma said, she's like, we couldn't, you know, no one taught me English. We just had to learn it. And the thing is, they were so proud to be Americans that they wanted to assimilate. They wanted to be a part of America. They didn't want to be like little Portugal in America. They wanted to learn the language. They wanted to, they even changed their names to where people could, it's more palatable to an American, you know, language, English. And so it's just crazy how that mentality has completely changed. It's like, no, we're just going to come and transplant our culture or our way of life here. And it's like, well, now you've kind of ruined the whole beauty of what America is, you know?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like, we could be diverse and celebrate America at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is weird. Why the Muslim? Why is it so much the Muslims that are doing that?
Well,
Well, she's talking about Mexicans.
Oh, Mexican. Oh, my bad. I thought
we call them Southerners.
The Muslims seem to be doing that big time, bro. Like they do not.
Mexican Muslims, bro. It's the Mexican.
The Syrians. They don't want to hear. They ain't trying to hear that shit either.
Did you hear about the new wave? The new wave of Mexican Muslims, though.
Really?
Are you fucking with me?
The new wave. Yeah. Of course.
He's fucking with us. He's fucking around.
Hey, Uncle Dust.
Yo.
Do we have a lot of Muslims here? Like I don't where I live, I don't see them.
In Loma Linda, they own a couple liquor stores or beer stores.
You're in a different world. That's a different world over there.
Yeah, some guy I knew lit a fire in front of their store because he had a job to do some landscaping. And this guy's straight from Syria, and he has his son working there, and his son's an asshole. He's like a young punk, but he didn't like his job when he was done. This is an old black man that my boy. And he goes, I'm not paying you the $300, you know, I'm paying you $250. And my boy over $50 over that broken word. He goes, is that right? And he fucking went to his store and he fucking lit a trash fire.
I ain't mad at him.
I'm not mad either, but he did catch an arson charge.
Well, that sucks.
He did catch an, but there is some. This is a predominantly Asian. You have a lot of Asians here. This I would say it's half in Loma Linda.
That's like one of the healthiest cities in the country.
Yeah, Seventh-day Adventists. Seventh-day Adventists run they made it illegal to smoke cigarettes on the street here.
It's a long lifespan living there.
I believe it's 90. I want to say.
Yeah.
Now, just so those don't know,
this is the best, Kitty. This is the best
character, satire character, Hogatha.
So good,
hilarious. Now, let me ask you something: is my theory right that when you got deplatformed and censored and everything, you leaned hard, and that's how Hogatha got created, or has Hogatha been a thing for a long time?
Okay, so people want to think Kitty's a character. Kitty's just a look. I'm myself, Billy.
Right.
In makeup, just in makeup. Okay, but Hogatha was created because I just couldn't believe the shit that people were doing and saying, and what people were acting like and looking like. And I said, you know what? Okay, I'm a drag performer. I'm going to create a character. This is a modern character I've created. This is a Hogatha is claims to be a biological woman.
Okay.
Hogatha actually is an obese man with a micro penis, but will not face that fact that the penis that's been swallowed up within his fat body is actually a penis rather than a clitoris.
Okay, so it's a retracted penis, but he pulls it up.
This is genius. This is the best. I mean, you are so good. As this, it sucked me in so bad that I didn't know when you had your heart surgery. I'm watching your heart surgery one, and I was and we had just talked to you, made a tweet, and we connected, and I saw, and I was like, let's watch it. We're watching the YouTube, and I watched Hogatha on a stream, and then you were actually in the hospital, and I go, but you weren't wearing the makeup, and I was like, is this real? Because you had your laptop on, right, and you're doing your stream. And you're doing your greetings, which I love your greetings. You know, you're greeting everybody. Hello, how are you?
Yeah.
And it's the best. And then you just knock on the door, oh, my doctor's here. And you
Right.
turn the laptop, and I swear I thought it was a performance piece at that point because I go,
No.
oh, she purposely didn't turn it off.
No,
And I go,
I didn't know.
That was part of the bit. That was part of the bit.
I
Right?
thought as a comedic mind, I was like, oh, it's part of the bit. This is still fucking the best. It's still the best. But I mean, but you really had heart surgery.
Was it by mistake or was it part of the bit?
No, it definitely was a mistake. It was a mistake.
Oh shit!
I mean,
Oh shit!
but you're so good at that I didn't know. Also, you're so good at that. It was beauty. I love it.
Oh, you thought Hogatha was a real person?
I did. I mean, I did to a point.
And that's why I did Hogatha, because I'm like, I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna see how far I can take it. And every week I would add a new layer of story, of ridiculousness, of victim status, of and basically that's what it turned into. And I had no idea that person existed. I watched the Smurfs as a kid. Had no idea.
Right. I wasn't sure if that was like so all right. So at the most it was like subliminal
it could have been,
at the most.
But the name actually came from my mother, because my mother called you Hogatha. When I come from a fat family, so we all made fun of each other. So it's like, if you're sitting there scarfing down at the table, your mom would say, "Okay, slow down, Hogatha." And that's where I got the name from.
So in other words, your mother was watching the Smurfs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it started calling you Hogatha. That's the bottom line.
But I kept pushing it. I would come up with stories, and eventually I'm gaining this audience, and people are asking me questions, and so I basically improvised the whole thing.
That's what I love it. That's why I love it. I can tell. You're so good off the top. Your improv is fucking money. And I was like,
Wally,
as a comedian,
I think
I'm
Wally
fucking coming over, and we're doing a character. I was like trying to figure out a character to come over and fuck with you. I was trying to.
Well, that's how we got Mark involved. My partner. He's like, hey, I'll do something. So we go, okay. He became Marquina, who is a trans woman, but is identifying recently as a heterosexual man, which pisses Hogatha off, because Hogatha is a lesbian and likes to be, that's why she wears her rainbow hair. She wants everybody to know she's a lesbian, and she likes the attention. And and Hogatha did a DNA test, and it's my DNA test. I'm 2% African, and it's like, so I play, I'm African and I'm Latina, and and I'm a vegan, but I'm vegan fluid. I came up with that. And and then I would eat on camera, and people are like, "But that's meat." I said, "Yeah, but it's vegan meat, because naturally animals are vegan." So it's like,
I've seen that one.
So
I know when you're talking about pork. You're like, "Yeah, this is pork, though." Like, it wasn't.
And then people go, "But that's not vegan." And then I'll finally like break down and start crying and go, "I just want to be cool like all the other vegans. I just want to fit in." And so Hogatha is just a huge victim. Victim.
Great satire.
It's
Great
the
satire.
best.
Thank you.
That's why I knew I was close to you when I seen you eating Cardenias. I go, she's
You recognized the pork store. This fight.
I did, right? My
he was
fat
like,
ass.
He was like, "That's Cardenias." He was like, "That's Cardenias. She lives near me."
Yeah, I just straight out go, she's in the IE, bro. This is the best.
Yeah.
This is the best.
Yeah. So real quick, I want to tell you something funny, just because I'm not sure if you were listening earlier, and I want to tell you before my boy Helen HDK happens to leave. So let me just tell you how destiny works and how weird shit is, right?
All right.
So I go on TikTok live sometimes, right? Mm-hmm. And we do a segment sometimes called TikTok X-Men. And I took like faces of all TikTok whack jobs, and I put like the X-Men 90s cartoon song and whatever. And then we look for like mutants on TikTok, like just weird, wild people to crack jokes about.
Yeah,
right?
Libs of TikTok, a lot of those guys,
So
okay, they're off, yeah.
So I saw Hogatha and recorded it only because I thought you looked like Tom Segura in drag.
Oh, I get that all the time.
Right. So I was going to put a video, like a clickbait fucking video on YouTube, like Tom Segura's Secret Life in drag. So whatever. That's months ago. We couldn't get the audio to play. We had actually went in the back of the memory banks. Then Dust was looking for our boy here. It says, "Hello there, kiddos," but he calls himself Helen D. Keller. Mm-hmm. So he's searching Twitter for Helen D. Keller, and then your shit right here, which is Helen
Keller. Oh, the best connection ever.
And then I'm like that's the Tom Segura chick,
Yeah.
you know, from the fucking from the TikTok live joint, you know, so shit, hilarious.
Meant to be, kitty.
You know,
That's
like
cool.
fucking circles around, like, you know,
Beautiful.
you know
And then go see Hogatha the character, and I'm just like, this man is fucking genius with the shit.
you.
It's
Thank
fucking
you.
great.
Nah,
You know, I rely heavily on an audience, and I need to interact with them. And I early on,
improv. That's not, you need that for improv.
yeah. Otherwise,
You know?
I go because I really come on with them. I'll have like a story, like, and then I could talk forever about the story, and then it starts like if I don't get participation, I'm like shit. And so then I'm like, well, I gotta just cut it short. But people used to share the hell out of me. They're like, oh, what the fuck is this? I'm gonna share it. Well, I think it's been in every group now in Facebook. I would get all these people, all the haters would come in, and they would, oh, what the fuck are you? So what I would do is I use the same service you are. I would then go onto Facebook. I would then pull up their page, bring up their pictures, and put it on my green screen behind me.
Oh shit!
I'd sit back and point out all their flaws. Tell the guys they probably have a small penis. You know, I mean, and everybody loved it. They loved it. But as time has gone on, you know, the haters have stopped. They're not. Can you believe that? Black Breastfeeding Week.
Is that what it is?
This is a real thing.
Yeah,
Fuck.
it's a real thing. Black Breastfeeding Week. And I wrote on there, because black chest feeding people are extraordinary and do not chest feed like normal people.
Like, come on, man.
It's fucking wild. And they make it look like a happy face. It's like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
Yeah, today is the last day of it. It is a real thing.
I missed
it's about to end. Black Breastfeeding Week.
I should have painted my nipples black, dude, and fucking did a video. Painted my whole tit black, and they'd have been like, "Man, you're doing black tit." I'd have got in trouble for doing black tit.
Black tit. You're doing black titty, bro. You fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
Look at it,
racist piece of shit.
Yeah, you fucking racist. You can't even do black nipple. You can't even do black nipple,
dude. They're calling you out, kid. That's it.
You can't paint your toe black.
That's
anymore.
your ass, man. Fuck your online situation.
Just another.
Did you see this one? This is
No.
out of the press, I think. Happened in the last few days. Drag queens fake breast exposed at children's pride event in Colorado.
Okay. Oh, I got to do a reaction video.
Right. You definitely need to do a reaction to this. Look at this.
Wow.
Oh.
Kids of them. Or
Look at this.
is one leaking? What's
Yeah, they got those are the fake titties with the milk. They come with yoo-hoo. It's yoo-hoo in them motherfuckers.
And the thing is, a real woman wouldn't allow that to happen. You know, if you actually got a real woman to do this act, because at the club we had like lesbian dancers and they would do stage acts, and real women actually did this whole routine in a hoop, and they would never ever allow their tits to be exposed like that. That's what a real woman, no matter, you know, whether she's a stripper or not, they're going to be exposed when she wants them exposed. This dude can't even feel what's going on because it's all plastic.
So it's the fake, it's the unawareness of the equipment that he's dealing
but
with.
I noticed that with a lot of guys that, you know, are all of a sudden become women or they're drag queens, they do not have the grace and the manners that a woman would have about the modesty of her body. Like
I like the glamour. I like when they're glamorous.
I do
Is that
too.
what we're doing? Yeah.
I don't, but it's like I don't.
Look at this. Look at this. A family-friendly event. Literally says it on the wall.
Yeah, with my tits hanging out.
Yeah, with my fucking yoo-hoo tits hanging out.
So what
And
are we
it has
supposed
to be in a swing? I mean, that's not even necessary. I mean, it's
So
it's
are the kids saying, "Mommy, the boobies are hanging out," and then what does she say? Well, that's a man. It doesn't matter. You know, I mean, what do you?
Yeah, they're fake. It don't matter.
It's imagination. You're just imagining things, but it's not right because it's supposed to be. That's where the whole confusion of what we're talking about, the confusing kids at a young age, when they just should be waiting until later and they figure it out and they go, okay, this is what it is.
I mean,
and even if you kind of know, you know,
they shouldn't see any titty at the local fair. You know what I mean?
No.
Well, to be
Titties
fair,
at the local fair is like some old, some lady walks by and like you're a little kid and you're like, oh,
or me and a wife beater. If I'm wearing a wife beater at the swap meet, and my
little side boob.
I got side tip, bro. I'm almost 3 bills. We had a whole Kitty. We had a whole wiggle weight loss situation. Cliff gave up, so I gave up, and I lost. I gave. Cliff, you quit.
You quit surgery.
You quit
like a week into it. And then you couldn't do it. Then the last weight, you were like 307.
I needed your support, Cliff. And where were you? You couldn't support a WHiggA. Support your boy. Your boy had back surgery. Help me lose weight, kid.
I love that you're showing me this video. I'm gonna download it and react to it. I love it.
You got to. This is ridiculous. Yeah. I was literally looking for stuff like relative to these things, and this is like 3 hours ago. It's on that scumbag Andy. No, I can't stand that dude personally.
Oh, he's the Portland Chinese guy with the shape.
Right.
He got beat up by Antifa. Right?
Up. No, that's wrong. But he's a cunt.
Wrong.
But he's a cunt as well.
He is a cunt. I mean, he is a
cunt.
Yeah. He's a
oh my god. Yeah, I belong to Gays Against Groomers, and so we look for this kind of stuff so we can then react to it, and then we put it out there. There's a big following.
Is that Jamie?
Jamie, yeah, she runs Gays Groomers.
I messaged her earlier. I was hoping to get her on at some point and see if did she get on camera or no.
Yeah, she does. She was she's like did Tucker Carlson. She did
she's big time. Maybe
not.
Right. Maybe she won't answer.
Get out of here.
I was throwing it. I'm gonna be honest. I'll be honest. I'll be honest, Kitty. I was throwing your name around heavy. I was like, Kitty, I'll be honest with you. I use your name. I go, we're having Kitty on. We like what she's saying. We just like to have people on that want to speak freely about what's going on.
Yeah, and I love doing these kinds of shows. You know what I mean? And but yeah, she's doing Tucker.
She's doing Tucker. She's doing Tucker. She's doing sit down.
She's
doing sit down, almost Joe Rogan status.
Right.
Well, let me tell you something, though, Kitty. Your one video or one of your videos getting to the right set of eyes from doing things like that. You know what I mean? Because you're also logical about it, right? It's not like it doesn't seem like you're taking a stance against it, because I've seen some drag queens and some performers that like they're taking a stance against it, but it looks like the hard lean. They're just trying to wink to the right. They're like, look, because that brings a certain audience, which is understandable. The left does as well. You wink to the left, you garner that audience.
Yeah.
Yours seems like legitimate, concern and original opinions. You know what I mean?
No, it is. And I as far as I know, I was the first one to actually say something, from the so-called drag community, which I don't even know what the drag community is. It's like saying, it's almost like saying the Mickey Mouse costume wearing community, because it's like, this is, they act like, okay, the lifestyle of drag is, okay, you wear a uniform to perform in, you take it off. It's like working at McDonald's. You just, you're not going to wear your uniform all day long. You put it to go to work. It's the same shit. Right. And this is why I don't understand why they're using us to promote what they're doing is they're using drag to push trans. That's what they're doing, because trust me, there are many drag queens who do not want to be girls. They love being guys. They won't even shave their eyebrows and commit to it. I glue mine down, put a ton of makeup over it. But there are people who do like kind of live in a house with a bunch of drag queens, and they're mostly misfits that find each other and make a family.
Like you said, it's like a different boys club. It's like a different version.
It's a different. They made their own club because I mean, and I understand that, but I don't
assign to it. You don't assign to it.
Yeah, and I don't understand why it becomes your life. I'm putting on makeup and a wig, wearing a dress, and doing backflips on a stage and rubbing your pussy. It's not a lifestyle. It's a performance. You get paid, you get tips, and you leave the club, or you stay and party more than likely and get smashed and have to be carried out.
Why is there so many? I didn't mean to cut you off, but why is there so many these days that I don't see like full committed to the trend when they come out as a trans, that like they don't commit to looking good? like to really embrace the? Is there like I still am a man, but
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, and see, that's where I'm very suspicious about them saying they're truly a trans person. Like I don't give a shit. I honestly don't care. Anybody can go get their dick cut off, you know, as long as you're of age and you know what you're doing. But
exactly.
But yeah, like Caitlyn Jenner did it, and I'm like, wow. Well, I knew Bruce my whole life, but whatever. You know, you do what he wants. But I don't. How can I put it? And you know, he has money. He could get surgery. He can get makeup artists, whatever. But yeah, I know what you're saying. A lot of these trans people, they look like creepy cross-dressers, like old men who go and raid women's underwear drawer and put them on and masturbate. You know what I mean? That's what they look like.
What's up with that?
That's a cross-dresser. But a lot of these trans people they look like that. And to me, it's like if you have been a woman your whole life, and you would, I mean, I'm not a woman, and I sure as hell paid attention to makeup and hair and, you know, the artistry of makeup. And these guys, it's like all of a sudden, it's almost as if they just rolled out of bed and said, I'm a woman. And they went to Walmart, bought some cheap makeup and tried to make a face. It's like, you haven't been studying this. You're not a real woman. You're not putting the work and effort into it. You're just not. But then they redefined it. You know what they say? Because I've actually called some of them out on it. And they'll say, we don't owe you our femininity. We don't owe you something pretty to look at. It's like, but if you want to be called her or she, you're going to have to convince me that you're a her or she.
Yeah.
I mean,
with that. Tacky. It's tacky, bro.
It is. It's rude. And it's like, well, you know, it's like, I should honestly have to ask you your pronouns. And that's what Hogatha says. When people say, what are your pronouns? I go, I'm obviously a woman. Hogatha is, of course, delusional, so I'm obviously a woman. And, but, you know, and this is, I believe this in real life. Who the hell walks up to another human and says, what are your pronouns? It's like, if you can't tell that I'm a guy and I want to be called a guy, then there's something wrong with you. It's like, I don't understand why. That's why Hogatha will say, I go by adjectives. I don't go by pronouns. You know, my adjectives are sexy and gorgeous.
Did you see Kitty in Canada, how they put that law into place that you have to address that way? And if not, you go to like a tribunal court and get fined. It
would be hard not to laugh in court. I'm like, are you serious? It's like, what if I went up to you like Uncle Dust and I called you a woman? I mean, could I actually get in trouble for a hate crime? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, does it only work when it's a trans person, or can it work with a heterosexual?
Good point. Person? That's a good point, right? That's a good point. I don't know. I didn't follow up that much, but I did at the time. That was the only reason I knew about Jordan Peterson, because he was the only guy
I love that guy. Yeah,
I did at the time. He went to court.
He says a lot of real shit. Jordan
Peterson went to the court when they were going to pass that law in Canada. You know, Canada got a bunch of fucked up laws. I mean, there's comedians that make jokes and get held financially responsible for like hurting somebody's feelings. So they're fucked up. They don't have freedom of speech like we do. And I've talked to other people around the globe that they don't have what we have here, which is very important, which is part of the WHiggaz. That's like our thing, right? We might not even agree with a lot of things that people say. We want you to say it.
Yeah, but why should you be able to say it? You know
I like your name though. I like the name WHiggaz. What does that mean?
So all right. So the original WHiggaz, right?
Yeah,
so when we grew up in the 90s, right? You know, like we were like part of the first generation that was really tied to hip hop, right? So we used to be called WHiggers with a hard ER though. When we were young, want to be, you know.
No, I don't. What? No, what is it?
So
you know exactly what it is, Kitty. This on YouTube. We don't have our own website yet.
Yeah.
We don't have a place we can really be okay. We still have to build an audience. We don't have where we're at yet. You know what I mean?
I know what it means.
Yeah.
So
I figured. I was like,
bomb at me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's fine.
I just want to tell Cass who you are real quick. Cass, just so you know, you're showing up late. This is Kitty Demure, AkA Billy, AkA Hogatha is her character you just seen on the screen, which is a satirical character.
Very funny.
She is one of, if not the first, I believe the first as well, drag queen to stand up and, you know, make statements against drag queen story time and things of that nature. You know, so, you know, she's been viral multiple times, deplatformed multiple times.
Yeah.
And, you know, we figured it'd make for a great conversation, and it definitely has so far. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a good thing I don't use this to make money. I mean, I've made, you know.
So I just want to give you a little idea.
I'm wearing that dress. I'm wearing that dress.
I like that fucking dress.
Right now, you wearing it?
Yeah, I'm wearing that. Well, Mark, no, yeah, I'm wearing that dress.
Hilarious.
Got the cheetah print, leopard print.
I don't spend a lot of money on my clothes.
Oh, listen, I was telling Dust. He was like, "Oh, this is the only shirt I had." I'm bro. I'm like, bro. I'm wearing a fucking $4 Galaxy T-shirt.
I got my fucking Walmart. Thank God Walmart carries 3XL, man. Big guys.
My dad would say, it covers your ass. That's all that matters.
Right. I see my gut squirted out on last show, dude. Like with like big guy's gut was fucking flapping.
Yeah, it was flapping in the wind.
Definitely flapping in the wind.
Hey, Dust, what are your dimensions? How tall and how much do you weigh?
Me, I'm almost 3 bills now. I'm 6'1".
Really?
I was 6'1" before the surgery. Now I'm 6.
Oh
About
wow.
6 foot. Yeah.
Yeah, Mark lost a half inch, I think, or didn't you, Mark?
I bet not down below.
I know.
Am I right?
That's the 6 foot.
You know what?
303 inches.
I lost my hip surgery.
Oh, Mark lost a half inch with his hip surgery.
I gained a half an inch with my back surgery.
He gained a half an inch.
God damn! I need that doctor. I should have I should have had his doctor. I hold it well. I'm all gut.
Do you?
Shut your mouth.
He was just holding it. He was just holding it in his hands.
Right. I know. I had it. When you can do the flap now, it's starting to really weigh on my hips too. The gut just sits right on the hips. Fat guy greasy. I call it fat guy greasy, kitty.
I used to weigh 440 pounds. So I know what it's like. I wore a 5X. I was a fat ass. I was a fat
5X. Ooh, that's real deal.
Yeah. 54 waist.
What'd you do? What'd you do to lose it?
You know what? I got a consultation to get a lap.
Fucked a whole bunch of marquees, dick.
No, well, you know, when you're a trucker, all you have in life is food, buffets, burritos. You know, that's all you got. I love food, so I was living life.
Hell yeah.
And so I eventually got to a size where I'm fat, and I saw other truckers with purple elephant ankles that could barely get out of their trucks. I'm like, that's me. I decided to quit. So I went to get a lap band consultation and they said, well, we need you to lose 75 pounds. And I'm like, if I can lose 75 pounds, then I can lose 100 pounds, you know? So I just, you know, from that moment, I just ate nothing but rabbit foods. I basically cut out every carbohydrate and did that, lost a lot of weight. And then, of course, when you see the benefits, it keeps you going. You're like, fuck yeah, this is working. And so, and so then I kept going and kind of leveled off at like 330 for a while, kind of plateaued there. And then
you say you're 6'4" though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm big. And so then I went and then I just started watching what I was eating. And I started losing my appetite. Maybe it had something to do with my heart condition. I don't know. But, you know, I never went to the doctor. You know, I treated my body like a car that you don't give a shit about. You just drive it till it's out of oil. But I think a lot of men do that, you know. Yeah. You just keep going, pushing, and and you don't realize
it doesn't happen naturally. It happens once you're in a comfortable relationship. That's the other time it
right. Yeah.
Well, you got kids, you're like, fuck it.
Yeah, they love me. Man. They what are they gonna do? Leave me?
Right. I tried to get me and my trying to get if one of your significant other doesn't want to do whatever you're doing, it's difficult too. When you like trying to get my wife to diet and like let's do this. Even if I'll cook, you know, just to have that support of we're all eating this at this time. Like let's suffer together. Right? If it's going to be
it's hard to get people on board. You got to make your own. That's what I've realized, right? Like I've been saying that to my girl for a minute. Like, yo, let's be a team. Let's do this. But you got to be your own motivation factor.
It's true. And you have to be, and you also have to like be willing to you know, I don't want to say alienate your spouse, but it's like you have to eventually just kind of care about your own dietary needs.
Right.
And if they come, you know, and it's hard to make that decision. Like, well, God, I feel like I'm kind of leaving a piece of the relationship or whatever by doing this on my own. But, you know, like Mark, as you see in the picture, he, you know, he likes to eat healthy. You know, he like, when I have to cut back, I see him making small changes. But, you know, he likes his wine. He loves sugar. He loves all that. So,
yeah,
you know, and
things, that
that's fine.
Yeah.
But, you know, and a lot of times I'll make, like right now I'm eating, because of my condition, I'm trying again. So I'm just eating nothing but chicken and salad. And, you know, and the salad just fills me up because I'm
fried
a big
chicken.
fan of
Fried chicken.
No, it's no Costco.
Does Mark make some mean fried chicken?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You
No, you know what? I'm going to tell you. I live in a household with 2 black people, and they make the worst fried chicken ever.
Yo, call out. We're gonna call all you black
Shattering
motherfuckers out there that
stereotypes.
claim to make fucking good fried chicken. You fucking liars. You're lying.
That's what we do here.
You heard it from Kitty
Shattering
Demure.
stereotypes, folks. Today on the WHiggaz.
This black community has been living off some really good stereotypes for a while now. You know, and it's about time. It's about time the truth is told.
Are you about to kill another stereotype? Is that what you're gonna do live on air?
No.
Hold on. Solo layout. Kitty said Marquise had a small dick. You heard it here on the original WHiggaz live comedy. Kitty Demure said Marquise, aka Niggy Longstocking, aka
Niggy Longstocking, my favorite.
The thing is, I have to be Mark is like 49% European.
Okay. Oh, right.
So 49% little dick is what she's trying to say.
49%. Yeah.
He's 49% little dick, 50%.
You know what?
Ancestry.com.
We're both happy with each other. We're both.
What's
He's
your
listening.
dick DNA?
He's listening.
Yo,
He's in bed with me.
my dick DNA test came back. Turns out I'm 70% European, baby. You were right.
A little piece of skin from the dick. You send it into ancestrydick.com. That's how you find out.
Ancestrydicks.com. You could actually dig up graves, so you can find out Benjamin Franklin's dick size. You can find that. You know what I mean? Go back to Booker.
They're like, there's not much Congo in this dick. You know?
Right. Where's the sub-Saharan African? Where's that fucking sub-Saharan African?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's funny.
So,
that's funny.
So let's watch this for a minute. This is not Niggy Longstocking, right? This is the other.
This is Marquina.
Okay.
Marquina. This is Marquina.
This is the best.
At Hogatha.
Right.
All right. For
And
those
people
just
love
listening.
this.
Yeah. So watch a couple. The beginning of it. I mean, this is just.
Oh, they're gonna hate this. We got fucking Aunt Jemima, fucking cookie jar.
Look at his face. He's really into it.
Filling that ass. What's up with Aunt Jemima's ass? Look at dick.
Yeah.
Look at dick.
Your ass don't feel like this, Hogatha. Yeah.
Holy shit! Is that Uncle Ben's rice on the fucking table? I didn't even notice that. What is that?
No,
What's
that's
going on?
Uncle T's. It's Uncle T's pancake mix.
Uncle T. Shout out Uncle T. Wait a minute. We know what that is. God damn it.
Williams.
Uncle. Oh, we thought it was the other uncle.
No, just
Thomas.
cousin T. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
That's Uncle Ben's cousin from fucking Compton.
He's coming straight out of Compton. Shout out to Compton.
She got that pancake mix at the SWAT meet.
I mean, nothing for nothing. Marquise's breasts are looking kind of ripe, and I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, not to derail the show.
Oh no.
But I mean,
Right, so let's watch
looks
it.
good in
Let's
red.
watch-
Good color on them.
We're gonna go. You know what? Fuck it. Let's play this. And then if anything, we'll skip forward to when he's rubbing Jemima's booty.
All right.
Okay.
Where
Don't,
we at?
you
What we
bet-
do?
don't
my
promise me
countdown
something
now.
you don't.
Here we go. That's about right. Oh, no sound. My bad.
I don't think anybody's joined us yet.
Oh.
Oh my
Hi,
god.
everybody. I know this is unexpected. Oh, there's 2 people. Hi, you guys.
Everything about this is wrong. You
It's
got
the
the black
best,
dude
dude.
drinking out of Mickey Mouse's, I don't know,
What?
intestines
Her
or some shit.
fupa. It's Minnie's fupa.
Yeah, mini Fupa. He got a Minnie Mouse Fupa cup.
Why is the top staring at me? He's like, save me over here, free me over here. They got a Leo DiCaprio Candyman situation.
Right. He can't even blink because his glasses are on. He can't even let us know that he's in danger.
He
wearing
can't
his
even let us know.
prescription. He's wearing his prescription glasses underneath it.
For the love of God. Coming off fresh out of back surgery, Marquina.
Yeah, Marquina coming to the stage wearing a rebel flag crop top.
Repping that South Side. Marquina.
You know, the bottoms of that, a woman friend we know bought that. And the other half of that bathing suit went to our little Latino friend named Mario. And he wore it, they're like booty shorts, and he was wearing them at the beach.
Hell
He
yeah,
wore,
man.
He wore a
Rep
rebel
that.
flag. He wore a rebel flag cowboy hat and the Confederate, the rebel flag booty shorts at the beach in Orange County. And people are just like,
Spanish cat,
huh?
Latino cat, Latino dude, or
Yep, totally.
And it was at Huntington Beach, so it's acceptable.
Oh yeah, we used to go to Huntington Beach and do like flag drop things, and we were there all the time.
There's enough whites there. There's enough whites there for it to be.
They love some Trump and Huntington, baby.
And some friendly coloreds.
Some friendly colors. Facts.
We call them FCs. Those are the FCs. Where the OWs? Those are the FCs.
It's like a soccer team. It's like Manchester United, dude. Friendly colors. What's good?
Yeah. That's like how you say Bryant Gumbel nowadays. You know what I mean?
Shut up, Brian Gumbel, for no reason.
Bryant Gumbel for no reason.
Why not? While we're shouting people out, I'm feeling the love, dude. Why not share the love?
Why not? All right, let's roll for a minute. Jemima's in the back.
There we go. There's Dale. Hi, Dale.
This is the best.
Hi,
This is the best, bro.
Is that Simone? I'm sorry, I can't see. Marquina's getting a phone call.
Oh.
Hi, Miranda.
And for those that don't know, Kitty is Hogatha, if you haven't figured that out yet, if you're just popping in.
Francesca, how are you, darling? Oh, Francesca, I'm wearing your wig. Hi, Shayna.
Francesca, what did she send the wig?
Oh, I used to get gifts from all over the world.
Oh, that's dope, man.
Francesca sent that wig.
Now, when you chose the GPS positioning on your noodle, on your noggin there, you went go ahead and go at a 90. You were feeling at this junction. You go, let's not show them everything. Let's give them about a 90 right up top, 180.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Longitude, latitude.
I wanted to be as ugly as possible.
This is the best. God damn it.
And they still bought it. People still bought it. They still bought it.
Right.
That's what I love about it. You have to have people constantly coming in, not knowing what the fuck is going on. And then you have the people that are enjoying your fucking show.
There's like 3 different audiences watching. The ones who don't know, the ones who do know, and the ones who are like watching and enjoying the people who don't know.
Yes.
Fucking
great.
I got a couple characters I do. Like one, just one's like a crazy far right conservative. One's a crazy far right liberal. One's like an actual wigger. You know what I mean? Like you know. Like,
I love it. Stereotypical.
Right, they're all stereotypes, and one's like a super guinea dude. But the two, polarizing ones are always the far left one and the far right one. And I got the same reaction, especially early on, that you're talking about. You know what I mean? So I've had militant black dudes in my inbox thinking Wally, the white character, is like actual like crazy white conservative. Like, yo man, that shit ain't and I'm like, bro, you know what's satire, bro? Like, you're that fucking retarded. You just made me win twice.
There are people who are really, they don't get it. They just don't get it. And it's like, didn't you play pretend when you were a kid? I'm playing pretend.
Yeah. And why don't people like senses of humor? Like my first, I guess is my protection over my, my fucking childhood is laughter.
Right.
So like I laugh at everything first. It takes me forever. Cliff is always trying to get me to know things. And I go, I really don't want to know all that. I really don't give a fuck. Like, my first thing is like to look for the humor in everything.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way. Yeah.
Yeah, like me and Dust say, it's like laughter or suicide was the options in life.
That's
Right.
it.
That's what I tell people. Would you rather laugh or cry?
homicide? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Would you rather laugh or cry? And it
Right.
You know, and that Joan Rivers talked about that too. You know, that humor could really get you through a lot of tragedy.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it really can.
It does.
And it's true. I live the same way.
Rest in peace, Joe, man.
Loosen up,
Legend.
be silly. You know
The
what I mean?
best.
Like,
The best female
don't be
comedian
too tough.
maybe of all
Don't
time.
be too tough
Most
to
likely.
be silly. You know what I mean? Like, fuck all that shit. I will fuck you up if I have to, but I'd much rather laugh and have zero fucking negativity in my life.
Right.
And we try to bring people together out here, Kitty. We're trying to bring people and try to raise them and be like, listen, guys,
Well,
let's have
if you
laughs.
just look at the screen right now, I believe you. I mean, if you got all of us over here, and then look what you have over there. This picture of this vaguely African American man wearing a rebel flag getup with a blonde wig on and big glamorous glasses, and her wife. Yeah.
Good old Hogatha. All right, let's watch at least up to the part where he's waxing her booty. The other thing, it's like laughter, suicide, homicide. Okay, I'm gonna let's go with laughter. You know, this is what I want to say though. For everybody watching or that watches it on replay or whatever, because we get some views off on replay. Actually, I wish the live were popping. But everything, everywhere you could find Kitty, AkA Hogatha, AkA Billy, is all in the description. I'm pretty sure I got everything in there. If there's anything specific that you want in there, just let me know and I'll add it after the live.
Okay. I just noticed your crawler. I just noticed that down there.
That's mainly for us, and then I have all your stuff in the description and in the description of the video. And if there's anything
Kitty Demure on YouTube, just Hogatha on YouTube as well. Fucking
great.
Great.
I got 2 channels on YouTube and Facebook too, so you'll find me.
Right. All right, so let's watch at least to the booty wax.
Jennifer, James, Kim, Tim, how are you guys?
The rebel flag shit is murderous.
You guys, I know this is a special breakfast with Hogatha and Marquina.
Because I'm hungry.
Marquina's hungry. Like a hungry hippo. Let me see. Well, Chris, Simone, hi, Randy. Well, good. I'm glad you guys are all sitting in. Hi, Will.
I'm fucking pissed, dude.
Hi, Patty. Dale says Marquina got some big bosoms. You got the big baby feet.
What about you, fat boy?
I love the sweatpants. The sweatpants with the top.
Sweatpants, little midriff, just a little tease. You know what I mean? Nothing big, no big deal. No big deal.
Right.
So I have to give all credit to Mark. Spencer Smith, how are you? You love the statue.
I like how you let her hair grow a little bit too before you do it.
Oh man, I love the lipstick. I love the lipstick choice always, dude.
Right here,
always
that color.
Yeah, it's always like it sets the tone.
Of
like how exaggerated or extreme
What
it
do you
is.
say? Hold on.
We searched far and wide for years.
Okay. She's precious.
Oh man.
Look at that.
Damn.
Look at that bottom.
Yeah.
Junk in the trunk. What's good?
Where did you end up? Like, where were you able to purchase this in like 2021 or 2022? That's what I
think it's been around for a while.
That's
And
what
I
I'm saying.
think-
Did you get it from like
I don't know. That's from his mom.
That's like literally a generational thing.
It was a pass me down. It was
His
in
black
the
mom?
Huh?
Black mom?
Well, that's a whole story. His mom's 80% European.
80%.
But she was so angry when she found out because she swore she was Native American. There's lots of black people going around who think they're Native American, but they're really European. And when they find out, they're not happy about it.
It's when you got the good hair. When you got the good hair, you're Native American.
Her hair is literally straighter than my hair.
Okay.
And she's my complexion. And no one knows that she's black. They don't know she's black. And she
blended in, undercover blended in.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
UB. No. Undercover black. Undercover black.
UB.
Yes, UB. We like acronyms on the WHiggaz.
We're a fan of acronyms.
But she would buy this stuff, like black folk art stuff, you know what I mean? And old Coca-Cola stuff with black characters rather than white characters, and
Right.
Did she
So
give
she-
you the what are
point is-
the lawn jockeys? Did she send you a case of those?
I can't sit in a long jockey.
A case of the lawn
Yeah.
jocks?
Some long jockey
She-
nips.
she hasn't gone that far yet. No.
And that's
So-
from the
so
south.
he's-
If you're in the south, you got a case sitting around. Everybody got a case sitting around.
Yeah. So-
Lawn jockeys.
Yeah.
So
lawn
here's my
jockey
point
ones.
with it, though, right? Somebody
What?
could look at it. Somebody could look at it. They could see it in a racist way if they want to.
Yeah, that,
Right.
yeah, but that's
But
purchased
came
and
from a
owned by
woman
black people.
what she was black,
Right.
and it was just
Yeah.
chilling in her crib.
Black
You know what I
owned.
mean? And that's what I'm trying to say with people. Like, chill the fuck out. We got a drag
Yeah.
queen, a black motherfucker, a rebel flag,
Yeah.
a fucking Aunt Jemima cookie jar, and it's
For the
all
love of
good.
God. It's
The only
fine.
reason the only reason why someone would get mad is because they think it's ugly. Like
Mm.
if it was white, no one would care. If it was Asian, nobody would care. But because it's
Right.
black, oh my god, it all of a sudden means something terrible.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's weird how
I mean, that's-
him,
An actual depiction of a black woman at the time, probably.
Well, that's the
And
thing.
based off a person, you know what I mean?
That's what me and Mark say. We're like, you know what? They're not going to be happy till they actually erase everything other than white people. I mean, they haven't taken any like the Quaker dude off. Any Lucky Charms, anybody who's white remains on the labels of boxes.
Oh.
Anybody who's not has been removed in
Oh.
the name of sensitivity.
It might
don't
come
want-
full circle, though.
They don't-
It might
I mean,
come full
Well,
circle.
they don't want
You
to
heard
listen,
us?
man.
Us.
White people got
Okay.
guns. They don't want to fucking ride up. They don't want to fuck with Lucky Charms, bro. They take that goddamn leprechaun. It's fucking on, dude. You think the Capitol riots was bad? You fuck with the Lucky Charms, homie?
Take that fucking
Right.
leprechaun.
Child.
You see what happened.
We finna
He's the
ride
original
these
Wiggle.
motherfuckers.
People don't know that.
Woo!
People don't know that.
I'm
But
finna-
here's the
ooh, I'm
thing,
finna
though.
lock and load.
It could come full circle, right?
Yeah.
If diversity and the different changes within cultures, everybody fucks, you know? Yeah. Everybody fucks, right?
Yeah.
So
That's what
it
Mark
could come
says.
full circle. That's what I tell all my black friends. Like, you
Yeah.
know, all the
Comment.
people like that. I've always like spoken up for shit. If it's right, I speak up for it. If it's wrong,
Yeah.
I get it objectively. But I tell all my black friends, I'm like, you motherfuckers, you better tell your kids the shit I tell my kids now. If 60, 70 years down the line, there's like 20% white in this fucking country and they ain't getting
Right.
treated, you know, and they start taking away Lucky Charms and
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I'm like, you motherfuckers better speak up now as that changes, like as things shift,
Right.
you know, because otherwise it's gonna come all the way to fuck around.
He's
at some
basically
point.
saying that, like, you know, black people need to listen to white people at this point. I mean, he's basically saying, listen, I'm the white guy. You guys, listen, you
Yeah.
guys that are less than me, listen to me. I know what's right, okay? I know what's right is white. I got to take a piss, you guys. You guys go.
Oh, they're listening to white people. They're just listening to the wrong ones.
Well, yeah, that's the problem, right?
Yeah.
You know what it is?
Ugh.
They're listening to generationally wealthy, disconnected,
Ugh.
elderly white people. You know, 'cause
Right.
those people that pass down those messages, you know,
Yeah,
or whatever
exactly.
the fuck it is. And it could be one side or the other, but either way, it's those white people that pass down the fucking messages.
Well, it's like all those people in that age group. They're all the old hippies, you know. And it's like I think they've been looking like, you know, they're in power and whatever. And it's like they're trying to right something that may have been wrong back in their generation, but it's naturally been fixed. But they're still, but they make a lot of money off the victim industry, you know.
Of course. That's,
Oh,
the whole
they-
thing. That's what's going on right now. It's that's the problem more than anything is the trans shit or whatever it is. It's directly attached to pocketbooks right now. The same way Christianity was directly attached, and you know, Catholicism was directly attached to pocketbooks in like the 80s and the 90s, and and that's the problem. When if it's attached to pocketbooks, we're totally fucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because what are you gonna do? You're gonna keep fucking. You ever watch Hulu ads? Do you
No,
have Hulu?
I'm not on
You have
Hulu now.
Hulu with ads, every commercial, like yeah.
What do you guys think? What do you think, Kitty? You think I can?
The picture's small. The picture's small.
Hold on,
You think
let
I
me blow you up.
You think I could? Do you think I could? I can maybe. You think maybe I could? How much?
You know
how
what?
much could I make if I show
I
up
just
at
wanna
a
be
show?
down.
You know.
You know
what?
what?
Do you think?
We can glitter up your beard. We can put a lot of black glitter in that. Put some your eyebrows are pretty light. We could draw some fierce eyebrows on. Oh, look at her. She's working it.
Oh, headphones down.
You don't got the coordination for it, man. You don't got
Headphones down.
Successful.
Now my dog got a hold of this and left a bald spot where he ate here, kitty.
Well, you're making a classic tranny mistake where the wig is way too far down on your forehead.
Okay, so I need to go.
Oh, you got to put it up where Hogatha's is?
You're saying I need to.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay.
I don't like the advice you're giving my man right now. You tell me you got to go full fucking 5 head like you did with Hogatha to be a goddamn drag queen secret. The 5 head.
Yes.
About right now.
How about that, kitty? Am I back in the club? Did I got kicked out the club? I come back and I'm like, "What's up? What's up, girls? What's good?"
Oh, that's fierce. That's what we call fierce. Yes, look at that. Look at her.
Dust, I have a question, and this is a serious question.
Yeah.
Dust, you guys live close to each other, Dust. Would you agree to a drag makeover? Would Uncle Dust lay his sword down for the WHiggaz
Look at him
and agree to a full drag makeover?
Yes, I'm in.
He's in. It's on camera. This is a
man.
digital signature. You
I
heard?
mean, so you're dealing with a man here that you guys have no idea. Listen, I got. Listen, let's not. I got gear. Listen, I got gear. You guys act like this is. I've been waiting for this show. I've been waiting for this.
He's got a drag
To
queen
have a
show. He's
reason.
got
I
like
wear this
89.
by myself when I'm doing characters. Who give? It's fine. It is what it is. You see a lot of what. You want to see the goodness?
Yeah.
You want to see
Lift
what's
that shit
good?
up and drop it again, Dust.
You want
Lift
to
that
see
shit up and drop it again.
You
God
wanna
damn, bro,
see
lift
what
it up
it
and
is?
drop it again. That shit look like an elevator coming from the
That's what I
fucking
did. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it,
You know what?
When the pimp's in the club, yo, drop it like it's hot.
What the
Drop
fuck?
it like
Like
it's
the
hot.
World Trade
Drop it
Towers
like
fucking
it's
collapsing.
hot.
You know what? Dust, like RuPaul says, Shantae, you stay.
Exact right. Shantae, you stay.
Yes,
You
you
stay.
stay for another competition.
Stay for another competition.
Yes.
You know, we're just having good fun.
Yes.
That's what we're about. We
And
love
Dust, you gotta
what it
sing a
is.
song.
You want me to sing a song?
No. I don't want you to sing a song right now. No, don't do that.
Listen,
Maybe I might put you in a
you
second.
guys you're saying the wrong things, Cliff,
But
because
we're
I'm
gonna
really
remix
ready
Ray.
right now to
We're gonna
really let loose of my femininity
All right, let
and just let it shine.
Let's see what it does. If it sucks, we're gonna throw tomatoes at him and stop it quick. But let's go. Let's see what you got here, Dusty.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to what? You want me to really sing? Okay. Throw me a song. I don't have nothing. What do I got?
I want you to sing Brandy. I want to be down. Right. But
Okay.
then
Okay. I got you. I got you. Okay. No problem. No problem.
When you feel a little drag.
Okay. And bring me in. Bring me in. Count me in. Count me in. Count me in.
5.
I wanna be
Yeah.
down. Is that what? How's it start? Wait a minute. It goes. I wanna be down with you, and then they drop it. They go to the side and they hit it. Oh. The dog already ate it, but you. I wanna be down with you, and they drop. Back surgery. Shout out Dr. Die. Shout out Dr. Die. Loma Linda. What's good? Drop. Drop. You know what I mean? Motherfucker cook out about an inch on my back, but now I want to be down with you. What happened to my fucking... Oh, there it goes. All right. You don't fucking take the screen off, you son of a bitch. Don't you tell me what's fucking
That's going to be
good.
the song. You're going to sing it while being in full drag.
Singing,
I'm going to write it. I'm going to write a remix.
You
I'm going
don't
to write a
tell me what
remix.
to do. I want to be down. Down, drop. Drop. Drop.
Jesus, bro.
All right. And scene.
You're going to give me a fucking heart attack. Oh, shit.
You can't get me up for fucking 10 seconds, dude. I might as well get stretched out. We've been sitting here, God damn it. I need a little bit of movement. I'm about to get what do you get, gout when you're on the plane I flew to Singapore. They were like, I had to walk around on the plane for a fucking minute. You can't let me. I donned this fucking outfit. You're not gonna let me drop it like it's fucking hot? God damn it.
Fucking gout king. Oh,
you need to show the
Jesus
fuck out with
Christ.
your
Instead of
garbage
the
clip.
Tiger King.
Trying to
Oh
shut
my
me down.
God.
Trying to shut me down, you motherfucker.
Nah, you got it, Dusty. So you agreed to at some point that does it have to be next week? Does it be next month?
Yeah, for sure. I would love to. I want to come kick. I'll fucking bring the drinks. Let's do it.
We got to make sure, no matter what, I got to make sure that this gets mentioned before we leave here, especially since my man Marquise didn't jump on camera. That's his name, right, Marquise? We just gotta recognize.
His name is Mark.
Oh, Mark. Marquise is the character. Is like
Marquina.
Marquina. Okay,
That's
so
what I said, Marquina. I told you
Mark.
that.
See, I made him blacker
right.
too.
Get the name right.
I made him blacker too. His name's fucking Mark.
That's what my mom. When I introduced my mom to Mark, she goes, "Oh, is that Marcus?" She said, "No, He goes, "No, it's Mark."
Mark.
Oh, his parents didn't get extra blackie.
No, they just wanted a regular name.
Regular name. Shout out regular names. Shout out Steve.
Your name is 51% white.
There you go.
Maybe higher.
But Mark or Marquina came up with Niggy Longstocking.
Niggy.
That might be.
Everyone, please. Can we talk about this for a second?
For the record, Kitty, when I told Cliff, I go, Cliff, this might be the best fucking nick. I mean, it's you want to fucking put a title up?
Wait, the best what?
You want to put a title up?
The best
goddamn. You want to put a goddamn title up, Cliff? You put Niggy Longstocking. That shit should have 7 million likes out the gate before anybody even watches.
Before you even watch it,
7
that's
million
platinum.
likes.
It's platinum already.
It's platinum. It should be diamond.
Yeah, that shit should go diamond before it's
done.
It
should. It's fucking great.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man. I forgot I ever had a beard that thick as I did Hogatha.
Yeah. You went in with Agatha on that one.
I love having a beard. I do. I just love it, and I just can't keep it doing this.
Why don't you make your return to the ring, right? Make your return to the drag and show these little young fucking men, bitches, whatever, men, bitches, men, bitches, Mitches, whatever the fuck. Full beard, 6'5". I do strongman shit, but as a
but some do. It's already being done.
Oh, has it done? Is there like lumberjacks, like people that are doing like biker characters?
No, they don't. No, they want to be they try to be pretty with a beard, and it's like, dude,
that don't work. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You lean full into it.
Because, like you said, it's the femininity. The femininity is the right. That's what it is. The femininity point of drag dress. Drag is the femininity point.
Well, the whole idea, a drag queen is like is a clown using the face of a woman. Okay. So you're a characterization of a woman.
Gotcha.
That's the whole point of like what a drag queen is.
Yeah, I like it. And like, isn't that like? No, that's not the same. No, I do. Okay, man, I don't know if I've ever been to a drag show, but I have not. I would love to.
I would confess. Go. He's about to confess some shit.
No. I'm not going to confess anything. I would.
He's been waiting for this episode. I'm telling you, he's been waiting for this one.
Matter of fact, my wife is at a drag show right now. I believe tonight or on the weekend. I think she's going to LA to a show.
And there's different. Like the bearded, they call them bearded queens. There are different. Yes, there are different genres of drag. Like what I'm doing now would be considered like fish drag, because I have not overly painted my face. I have not created this drag monster of a character with tons of makeup on. I'm pretty much following my own features. And enhancing the natural beauty God gave me. So so there are. I mean, I'm lucky enough as a man. There are certain like features that are masculine on me, like my chin. I have to really contour that a lot, but I do have big, pretty eyes, for a guy. And so
that's what Dust was telling me.
You damn right. You damn right. You damn right. I was fucking having a tough time doing my homework because I was falling in love, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, man. I mean, I think it's you know what? It's not the looks. It's the.
This isn't satire, folks.
It's the. No, it's not.
Like this is satire. Being, really
wait, he doesn't mean it.
No. Honest break. Honest break. Honest WHiggA break. Honest WHiggA situation here. When I was seeing it, I go, but the confidence, it's the confidence of being who she is, who you are, that was like,
that was the turn on. That's what turned you on, you said.
Yeah, it gave me a little twitch. It gave me a little twitch downstairs, and I went, you need knock. Listen, that's a married woman you're fucking winking at there, little schmeckle Irish, little Irish.
The thing is, a lot of guys who do this, they actually do this because they lack confidence as a man. So they feel this empowerment being this, this sexy, seductive woman that they've convinced themselves that they are while they're in drag. But the funny thing is, I'm actually more self-conscious in drag. The funny thing is, I am actually more comfortable doing Hogatha. I've done Hogatha, like how you had your shirt up, showing your belly.
Yeah.
My friend, she wrote #MeToo on it, and we went marching down Hollywood Boulevard, and I was ugly as fuck as Hogatha. I held up a sign that said "Don't fuck kids."
Oh, I seen it.
Yeah, that's me.
I posted it. It on the Instagram for the show, and I tagged you in it. Yeah, that was great.
Telling people to keep their kids out of drag.
Oh, my bad.
And keep your kids out of our fucking gay club.
Shut up, TikTok, you auto playing fucking fuck faces.
And I've done events and protests like in Beverly Hills. I'm completely comfortable dressed like Hogatha, completely, because it's so outrageous and it's so ridiculous.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But when
you're trying to achieve a look, right? When you do the drag queen thing, you're trying to achieve a certain look.
When you do this, you want to be perfect. You want, because trust me, other drag queens, they look at my pictures online, especially the ones that hate me, and they'll blow them up and they'll look for the flaws. That's how the guys are in drag, and that's how they put each other down.
Jeez.
It's like, yeah, you're busted, you look like a trash bag, shit
haters.
like that. Yeah, so that's how they put you down. But the thing is, they don't get that I'm not part of the drag culture and community. I'm just a gay man who does drag.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't get what they think. I honestly don't. Because there's very few of them I respect anyway as performers, because the majority of them go on there, they put on all this shit, and then they get on stage and they look stupid. They make a fool of themselves, and they're not doing it for artistic reasons. They're doing it for reasons to be a part of the community. They want to be popular. They want to be famous. They're looking for something other than just because they enjoy the art of makeup and performance. There's a lot of that going on.
And that's why they're so willing to go along with things as ridiculous as drag queens story time,
right?
Going to dance with, because it's all about belonging, and
it validates them. I'm being accepted by the heterosexual community, and
they're getting likes on their shares.
Right. And I don't care. I just don't I don't give a shit. And the funny thing is, I don't care and I don't seek it out, but I guarantee, and people find this hard to believe, in the rallies and the protests and things I've been a part of, me and my group of, we're all, several gay people and straight people, we all mingle, but we go to these out of state to these things like all the Trump rallies we went to, and we are so respected. Like, we never, ever got anything from anybody, and we even got tangled up with that group, the Proud Boys. We went to their parties. We did all kinds of shit with them, and they have this whole. The media has spun them into this very bad light,
Yeah.
And just like I have a friend who was at the Capitol. The FBI went and raided his house, took all of his shit, and I've been a part of all of that, not necessarily directly, but parallel to them. And I've been to all these marches, and I'm telling you, I have not got 1 ounce of hate from the people who are supposed to hate me.
That's what's up. All right. Yeah. The narrative is wrong. That's beautiful. That's why we need the voices like you. And I know there's others. I hope they I hope we're able to find them because I love hearing.
Oh yeah, they're all Gays Against Groomers. They're one. Outspoken USA is there's actually a Republican group of gays called the Log Cabin, which log is hilarious. Log Cabin Republicans is a gay organization. I do some online content for them. It's called Outspoken USA, and then now I do content for Gays Against Rumors. But really, all of like what you would call, I guess, the gay powerhouse of the more conservative side of the so-called community have all converged into these groups. So people are coming together, and they're forming a coalition to go up against the radical left.
Did you ever meet
people?
Did you ever meet Dante Nero?
Hold on.
A friend of ours is asking, did you ever meet Dante Nero of the Proud Boys?
I've met Enrique Torres. I think his last name's
That's the main dude. Yeah, that was like
not the main guy. He's he looks like a pirate. He looks like a black pirate. He's really about 6'5", 350.
No, because Enrique, I was taller than him. But yeah, I met him in Beverly Hills. He knew who Hogatha was. We took pictures together.
How was he as a human being? Like, forget what he may or may not be a part of, but like, how was he as a dude? Just meeting him.
Enrique, he was just a nice guy. He's actually kind of quiet, and everybody there knew who he was. He was wearing like a bulletproof vest and some gear and stuff and glasses. I've never seen him without his sunglasses.
Shit out of it. Like, to me, like, I don't give a fuck who you are. Like, you become a cornball to me when you're going that far for no reason.
Well, and it's like I think people
the way I look at shit. It's like, come on, bro, come on, stop it. You know
what I mean? One thing I've learned doing this, because I've kind of fallen into this quasi like activism,
right,
being different, and
it's literally activism.
Yeah, and it's funny, you just find yourself in the middle of it. But I have found, and this is even just on the right side, there are so many people that are basically performance artists that are just, you see, once you're in it, you see the theater of all of it, whether it comes from these talking heads, whether it's the media, any of these organizations. I don't care what organization. I think every single organization is there to make money, even Feed the Children. They're there to make money. Yeah, and I think that's the main purpose. And if anything falls from it to do good, then it'll do good. But I've met a lot of very interesting people, and I do see the theatrics beyond the message, and I found myself kind of, I don't want to say victim of it, but I do realize, and I have found myself, because as I get more known, I have to continue doing this, because I can't do a video telling people, keep your kids away out of drag shit and pride shit just as a guy. It's like, this has become like a work uniform, just like Hogatha has. So when I go to a protest, people are you going as Hogatha or Kitty? And I'm like, okay, like we're doing Save the Children one in Hollywood on Saturday. People have been texting me, are you going? Are you going? People would love to see Hogatha there. And the whole time I'm thinking, I don't want to go and march down Hollywood Boulevard in 100-degree weather with a costume on.
Yeah, hot as fuck. Yeah.
And there's certain times you want to be taken seriously too, like, not the kitty angle as much,
right?
I mean, like, at least there's a seriousness to it more than a Hogatha, but especially Hogatha. Jesus, I mean,
but you become a mascot. You become a mascot for a certain movement, and people associate the way you look or dress with that. And, I knew that the last time I did it, if I dressed outrageous as Hogatha. I had tons of people interviewing me, tourists taking pictures of me with my sign up saying, don't fuck children. Some people will put a more, a classier message, like leave our children alone. I said, fuck it. I'm going all the way out, because this is exactly what we mean. This is exactly what it is. In the end, what is happening with the grooming and all of the shit with the kids in Hollywood, the whole end product is putting your dick in a kid. And it's like, we want to stop that. So I'm going right to the point,
I love it. Yeah, Mambla. They got the Man Boy Association of America.
Oh God.
You got these
I'm
guys.
Convinced. I'm convinced that the guys who want that, or all the pedophile guys, now they call them MAPs, the minor attractive.
Right. Yeah,
persons.
minor persons.
I'm convinced that these are all men who have small dicks because they want to see their little dick go into a small
Jesus.
or
A little slot, that's
right,
yeah.
right.
Visual.
Yeah.
Stop
Yeah.
the visual.
Well, no, I mean that's very true. I think so too.
I honestly believe that. I honestly believe
I mean,
that.
I mean, maybe it's part of thinking.
No, it's definitely got to be part of the field.
All I know is,
I mean, come on, Cliff. Think about it. Think about having a small dick, dude. Think about what you want to see happening with that said dick.
I have a medium dick, medium.
Well, we didn't ask that, but thanks for
like
offering.
I say,
We're just talking about pedophiles' dicks at this point.
It's large. It's large every third winter.
We're really not even talking about your dick, and I'd like to
cut or uncut.
Are you cut? Are you cut? Are you cut or are you uncut? Oh,
I'm
wait
half
a minute.
cut.
We know
I'm
that.
half cut.
Yeah,
I got a
on an
mohawk.
earlier episode. That's right, Kitty. We talked about
up.
he had to go back in later. And
No, they
didn't you?
wanted me to. They wanted me to. I have more than I should, but not full. And that's not like a fucking turtleneck.
He has like a thing hanging off, like a piece of pizza when you pull the cheese. It's like that's how his dick. It's kind of like a little.
My dick is ribbed. My dick is ribbed for extra pleasure. You know.
So he doesn't need he doesn't need the truck stop fucking condom.
But you got to watch for the smegma. You got to regulate the smegma.
That's what it was. We were talking about smegma, like the cottage cheese that forms up in the non-circumcised dicks. We were talking. My cousin used to have to clean her cousin's dick. She had to go in there and wipe the cheese, and we talked about it.
Jesus.
He liked it pintos and beans. He liked the pintos and beans from Taco Bell, and he liked his cousin Leah to clean.
What's worse? What's worse? Kids doing drag stuff, or the cousin at like 13 having to clean smegma.
I know. I mean, they're actually doing it. Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah, minor attracted persons are bad, but I mean, you might be building one at that point. You might be building one. When grandma forces you to clean the cheese, grandma would be like, "Clean it. You gotta clean the cheese." And I was like, "Come on, man, what's wrong with you guys? Knock it off."
No,
the whole time I was going, "Please clean the cheese," because Dusty's not going in
drag or a kid cleaning smegma. That's what I meant.
This picture you have up right now, that's from Rebel News. I did an interview with Rebel News. I absolutely hate the way I look in that interview. And that's all I'll think about. But I love the interview. I loved working with that person. Oh, it's the way I look. When you do drag, it's sort of like when you look at pictures of yourself from the past or whatever. It's sort of like going over like a job you may have done, maybe an early episode you've done of your show. It's like you're seeing the flaws, you're seeing where you've changed, how you improved. If you're a good drag performer, you are constantly evolving and changing and becoming a better version of yourself. So I hate looking back.
So when was this? This is 22?
Yeah.
A year ago? No, I wouldn't be too. Don't be too judgmental of yourself.
Well, this is earlier. They just published it then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's okay. So would they? Yeah.
It's got 8,000 views. Isn't Rebel News Iva Vajinovich, the Jewish guy?
It's Canadian.
That doesn't sound Canadian.
He's a popular guy like Iva Savinovich or some kind of.
No, she was a French girl. I think she's out of Quebec and she's French.
Oh, it was a French brother.
Okay. And her name is like Nancy Stevenson, but Dust will turn the name.
Well,
I don't remember her name.
It was wee machete. A wee machete. What's going on with these kids over here, huh?
Yeah, I was surprised. She found me online, and then once we finally talked on the phone, I'm like, she's a foreigner. But she's
goddamn foreigners and their bullshit. It's like learn English, all right? Right? Am I right?
Yes.
She almost refused the interview. She's like, if you don't speak English, I'm not doing an interview. She had to learn.
I learned the English.
It took her 2 years to get the interview. She got Rosetta Stone.
Rosetta Stone is sponsored by Rosetta Stone. Learn to speak English first, all right?
And a lot of times, like these interviews, you don't like. They are very, especially like when it's for like a bigger people, they want to interview give you a time, and then they'll always change it and they tweak it and they, oh, I got to get you now. And you're like, well, shit, I have an hour to put on makeup, and it takes me 3 hours to put on makeup, you know, and you have to then try to get something out there, you know, that looks decent, and it's rough. I could never do this full time ever. I could never do this full time.
I bet they keep doing shows after shows after shows.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, you got to respect the dedication, right?
I respect you coming on like that. Like I put this on and I thought it was a lot. You know, I'm like, and I look like fucking straight dog shit. I'm not getting no shows. I've been getting calls. You know, they're like, "Dude, we ain't hiring you." I've been sending.
You know what?
I've been sending my photo shoots to all the clubs, all the drag shows, and they're like, "Listen, homie, you look like dog shit. You look like basically John Travolta fucked a goddamn orangutan." And you're in Vietnam. What?
No,
you got to make another pick, not John Travolta.
I'll tell you how it will work. How it will work is bring in your walker, go to a drag competition.
Okay.
You'll be the complete underdog. Tell a story about how
your grandpa Dust instead of uncle. Your grandpa Dust. That's first of all.
Yeah, and say that you were raped by your uncle, and you know, come up with some story, and I guarantee you'll win the competition. Just because you're so busted and pathetic and raped and everything. I'm telling you, that's how it works. That's how it works nowadays.
This shit just got real as fuck. I'm not gonna lie to you. It really just smashed my whole dream. My little dream that I had of maybe a fraction of me going to a drag show and getting $50 just got shattered by the reality that I'm a shitty looking female. I'm like a hard 6 on the male scale, but then I put this on and I somehow go down.
6, motherfucker. What are you doing? Bubbles? You counting by threes? He's like 3.
We'll take a poll right now. We're taking a poll. What's Dust male looks, and then we'll take a female looks, and we'll see what we got. You son of a bitch. Keep talking with your fucking half-ass beard, you fucker. Listen, we're fucking. I'm taking this to Tinseltown. This girl's got a dream. This is happening. I don't have time for this. I'm going to get up on the stage and I'm going to shake my shake yo thing. Shake yo thing. Okay.
That's your fucking out of control.
Money, man.
Did you ever see the video with the little the trans boy, that famous one that the picture was up of before? What's his name?
Is it Desmond is amazing?
Yeah. Yeah, Desmond is amazing. Uh-huh.
What about him?
Yeah. So did you see the one where like it's like a home video and he's with like a drag queen and they talk about like what was it, sniffing meth or something? And
ketamine.
Ketamine.
Yes, and I know. And did you see the picture with he's with another drag queen and the drag queen has just a piece of tape over his dick and he's like naked.
In the same video?
No.
There's a different picture. It's him. Okay, so he's with a drag queen named Violet Chachki, who that guy is a complete cunt. I've worked with him. Okay, he won RuPaul's Drag Race, and so he is one of the winners of Drag Superstar, and he is seen in a dressing room with Desmond in backstage. It's basically like a male locker room, except there's just women's shit everywhere, and he is just holding. He's completely naked, and he has tape over his dick, and he's like holding it, and it's like. Right. I'm like, why is this kid? This kid should not.
12?
Yeah, 10. I don't know. Very young.
Maybe. Yeah, he's young.
Why is he there in this dressing room, this locker room full with men? And like where I worked, the dressing room is a big dressing room, and it's filled with the drag queens and the go-go boys. The go-go boys are often like, I worked with more modest ones where you didn't see their parts. But they would be in the corner, like masturbating to chub up their dick. Yeah,
Jesus.
Well,
they're watching.
Ready. You got to get ready. You can't go out without rubbing it a little bit.
So you want to get it? You want to make a look good presentation,
right? Yeah. So you would sit there with your phone. You're watching porn. You're jacking off in a corner. Then you put on a cock ring, or you put on a couple condoms, and you put the condoms over your dick and your balls.
And the balls?
Blood flow.
It keeps the like a cock ring. Got it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then. Or you'll take a woman's hair scrunchie and you'll use that as a cock ring.
Wow,
and then you
that's
just
That's a
stuff
big-
it.
Depending how big your dick is,
That's
you got to
pretty
wrap
big,
it like
yeah.
9
That
times.
wouldn't be happening. I'd
The
have to have
Asians
like,
are in the corner
yeah,
wrapping
maybe,
the bowl
maybe
around.
some. I'd take like braces. Take the braces, rubber bands. Get those just over the schmeck. Put that over the old schmeckaroo.
Dust had ED in the fucking 12th grade. He's
Oh, dude. Let me tell you
irritating
something.
bitch.
I didn't shower in the PE. The Mr. Putnam, dude, you fucking dickhead. My PE coach, dude, he looked like
Yeah.
fucking the 1980s PE coach. He was like,
Yeah,
he was always trying to.
traditionally,
You got to
Protocol.
shower, Moro. You got to shower. I'm like, I ain't fucking showering. You fucking Tom Selleck knockoff cocksucker. I'm not showering, bro. I'm gonna be home in 5 hours. Motherfucker, you ain't smelling my neck. Shut the fuck up with that goddamn noise. Why does he want me to shower? So what, my dick? I got all balls. It's all balls. Everything's it's in there. It sits up there like a goddamn orangutan. Pull up the orangutan, a picture of me. There it is.
That's a
That's a
rendition.
lifelike picture of what, bro. And he's skinnier than me, is what I'm now hating. The longer that this runs, the gut. He looks better than me. He's got better posture. I mean, and the balls and everything is a nice setting. My balls are big, but the ticker, the little schmeck, just is inside the sleeve, son, and I don't like it. And it's right now. I'm sitting here. I like as she was talking about that. I like went down to like itch, and I go, "There's not even a dick there. It's not even there. It's fucking pathetic and sad, really. I mean, if we're in the trust tree, I feel like we've made it 3 hours here, you guys. I think we're basically in the trust tree, so I can say that.
You know, it's funny. Mark has come up to me and like poked my crotch, and he'll go, "Oh yeah." I go, "That was a ball." You know, like he'd get the wrong thing.
You missed, bro.
That was a ball.
I mean, it's hit or miss. It's hit or miss. You know, sometimes it sits like I there's times where I go, "Oh man, you're really looking good," and it's like I get out of the shower and it has some blood flow, you know, and I go, but it's still like it only lasts like that, and then I go, but it's still sad. You're just a sad, pathetic, fucking piece of shit.
Well, you got to grab the base and shake it to try to get as much blood as you can to the head.
Well, the thing about that, I'm glad you mentioned that, kid, because what I have to do, because it's in the sleeve, is I have to grab the outside of the skin, because the head is in there. So I have to grab the skin and I shake that, and then eventually it starts to crawl out and just slither. Can I get a close up?
Hold on. I think it is a perfect time to advertise Kitty. All inquiries. The Kitty.
I'm actually talking about more important stuff, like my fucking little dick, Cliff. Why don't you give me a fucking close up, you cocksucker? The dick hides, folks, in there, and then you grab the skin. The dick is in down here now, folks. The head is up here. You go you grab the two skins, you stretch. That gives it some feeling. And you kind of just work it like this, and then it's slowly like a butterfly.
So you got to work it out before it's even. Yeah. It's not even grabbable at first, is what you're saying. There's not even a head. Yeah.
There's no head. This is my point. There was no head. It's fucking sad. It's pathetic. It's like, you know, how did my relatives even have sex? Really, to have me? Because did they not have a dick? Did they just? I think there was just a hole. Like a blowhole that cum came out of when somebody touched them. A female back in the day just touched them.
Yo, hold on. When dust comes, it looks like a geyser, but that's not protruding. You know what I mean? It's just like
like an old geyser, like old baseball, dude. It's just a whole.
It goes right back in, spins the rim like a fucking.
I mean, my wife has just gotten good.
Like a Jordan final jumper, spins the rim.
My wife has just gotten good at just like rubbing her cooch on my knee, like getting off on just rocking the knee. And then, like, when we wanted to have a kid, she really just mashed it down. She had to take her pea lips, so I'm not being offensive, and close up and just peel those back, and then she got on there and just gyrated, and then my little old Irish sperm, you know, blew up in there like that, and then she just was like, "Oh, it was so good. You're so good, Dusty. Oh God, you're the best." You know, really stroked my ego to make me feel like I'm a man.
To answer Ian's question, I actually know of a drag queen. Well, he was a drag queen, and then he got too old to perform, but he still goes to the clubs dressed up.
Nice.
goes by the name Kiki Extravaganza.
Shut up.
Is in West Hollywood. He's an older Mexican man.
Hell yeah.
Wears like a Barbie mask. He wears so it looks so his face. It's like the Halloween masks of like the 70s and 80s where it was just like a rubber band.
Yeah. Like a Zorro, like a Zorro mask.
Yes, but it's the whole face.
Okay.
And it's really pretty and it has a wait. Yes.
Hell yeah. Shout out Kiki, dude. Kiki's a smoke show, though, dude. What are you guys talking about?
Oh my God! Look at this shit.
Kiki's fucking killing the game, dude. What are you talking about?
Jesus Christ!
Dude.
That shit look like the Purge.
You know,
That shit look like Barbie's about to rape you.
Holy
like
shit,
Black
that
Barbie.
is wild, bro. With the hair curlers, though, smoke show.
Now that's what happens when you're an old homo and you just cannot get out of the club scene, and
You can't let go.
You can't let go.
OG in the game, dude.
Yes,
Shout out my
so-
OGs in the game, dude.
So
Original
you have-
OGs. The
you have-
OGs.
You have to wear your mask because I mean he's like a wrinkled old man under you.
That is Obama. Is this? Wait, hold on. Is this Obama post presidency?
Let's see.
My man Belland from Ian Ellis. He shouted out. What do you think?
It
Obama?
does look like an Obama
Earless?
mask to a point, dude. It
Obama
looks like
at
a
the beauty
sexy
shop? Is that
Obama
Obama
mask.
at the beauty shop getting
Like-
his curls did? Getting his curls did?
If old B-Town fucking was to go, you know what I mean? Go drop it like it's hot, that would be the mess. That's what I would picture B-Rock was like, dude. I call him B-Rack.
But yeah, Kiki Extravaganza is a club staple in West Hollywood. Is all at all the events and everything.
Shout out, dude. Shout out fucking West Hollywood.
Man,
Shout out the
what a
God.
wild world, man.
The God
It's a
drag.
wild world. But
That's
I love it. I
dope,
love
dude.
that all these different types of fucking humans exist, man. It's fucking
Oh, it's beautiful. Look at this one. Look at this one. I like those glasses down here. That's not
And,
her.
and the
That's some
funny,
other
he's
picture.
actually he's a very nice person. He's
Mhm.
very nice. I mean, a lot of these people are very, very nice, harmless people, you know.
Right.
And but you know, I mean, I'm sure they'll stab you in the back the second you turn around or talk
You
shit
damn
about
right.
it.
You
But-
damn right
right
they
in
will.
your
I mean,
pooper, right in
because-
your poop shoot.
You know, it's
They'll
just like,
stab you
like
right in the back.
it's just
Gee,
like
right
us.
in your
It's
pooper.
just
we
like
doing?
us or any other guy group. You talk shit, and drag queens and gays, they talk some major shit.
Oh, I bet there's some good ones going on. Some good shit
They are.
talking in the back of that.
There are, but they're very big into like their own language and culture and movie references and things that a lot of people don't get. But you know, they're very much into like say like Death Becomes Her, The Devil Wears Prada, or Mommy Dearest, or Mean Girls, and they know all of the bitchy characters and all the one-liners and everything.
It's all about the bitchy character. That's
yes, always.
that's the thing. So
Any
like,
community.
okay,
comes
so
with
the,
that.
what would be
That's problem.
the top five like,
Toxic
most-
femininity.
What would be the top five most bitchiest characters if it was like a, you know, if the gay if some gay folks were like this
that
is
gay
that
folks-
that we're talking about here.
You know, I mean, I'd say like Regina George, from Mean Girls,
Okay.
Amanda Priestley from Devil Wears Prada, which is
Okay.
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep. Okay.
Yeah, Faye Dunaway in Mommy Dearest is a big one. That's kind of getting like old school drag, more my age group rather than the new ones.
Yeah.
And these are like the pariahs to some degree.
Oh, these are like who people emulate. Like drag queens try to like take on their persona. They'll use clips of their movies to make remixes into songs. So they'll be dancing for a minute. Like the ones that truly do have talent, they'll do a dance routine. The song will stop and then it will turn into a movie scene, you know, and then they could lip sync that. They could even make their mouth mimic, you know, they know the words. Yeah, they
Did you finish the
study it.
list? I don't want I interrupted. I want you to finish the list. How many did she get through, Dusty?
That's 3.
What?
3.
I have to give you two more female. Oh God.
Drag queen icons. I don't even know what.
Well, the antagonist, the bitch antagonist, or like the,
You know,
that they emulate.
They really like Maleficent. They really like Ursula. You know, the Disney villains are big. They really love the female Disney.
That doesn't
villains.
help.
Jesus.
That doesn't help trying to dispel these fucking situations.
No.
Like
Yeah,
that.
to take it from a cartoon, a
Right.
cartoon or a Disney movie. I guess they're all cartoons.
That shit just made all the story time shit even worse. Like,
You know what? I'll
what's
tell
your
you.
favorite characters? Little Mermaid.
You know what? Disneyland used to. This was way back in the day. They had an official gay day.
I
Like, they
remember
don't have-
that. I remember that.
I went to that. They had official gay day where basically, I don't know how you proved you were gay, but you actually bought your.
You gotta suck Mickey's dick. Where's the costume? And
You know what? I remember.
You gotta at least lick it once. He's gay. Let him in.
You bought your. You know what? I remember. You had to buy your tickets from certain gay clubs.
Wow.
So
okay,
you would have to go to the club to buy the ticket, and then oh, thank you, Mark. I'm so thirsty. So
Yeah, I drank like 4 bottles of water, so catch up. You good?
okay, so they had an official gay day, and what they did there was all I remember was a bunch of homos around the park, and then in front of Sleeping Beauty's castle, they built this big dance floor, kind of like what you see like in Saturday Night Fever with the lights underneath it and stuff. They built this huge dance floor so all the gays could, dance around and do everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. 1991.
First documented event, June 1999, had 3,000 LGBT people from Central Florida. So this is Disney World going to area theme parks on one day wearing red shirts to make their presence more visible. So there was kind of like a black family reunion. By 1995, the event had grown to 10,000 gays and lesbians traveling for the gay day at Disney. Because they had it. I remember I lived in Florida for a time, and I had some gay homies. And they were they loved gay day, dude. They were like, let's fucking go, Dust.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I'm already at your house doing cocaine. Let's chill the fuck out. You know what I mean?
So eventually they got rid of it. I don't know why. There was probably some backlash from the heterosexual community. And this is before they were able to go full woke. They had to wait 30 years to go full woke. They stopped it. So in protest, what the gays would do is they made their own gay day. So all the gays said, you know what, fuck Disneyland, we'll make our own gay day. So they all show up at the same day wearing the same shirt.
Just bum rush the show.
Right, that's when it was unofficial.
Right, but that's harmless though, right? I don't think there's anything wrong. Look, long as you go to like a gay day, let me suck that cock, bend over, I'm gonna stick it in twice.
Yeah, well, it's like, and it's like, who gives a shit? It's like, have fun, man.
Like,
it's fine.
Wear a red shirt and go suck dick when you go home.
Wear a red shirt. Let's have a big gangbang in the Matterhorn.
Oh, they're doing poppers and drugs and in the Skyway trams and all that, the monorails. But the thing is, you will notice, and this is a lot of gay men who like didn't have families or children or whatever, they tend to be extremely immature, and they're basically just grown-up boys, and they.
Oh, you mean like men? You mean men? You mean men?
Pretty much, but they're like they hold on to their like childhood, like the whole Disney thing. They're into. But then again,
the storyland, the fantasy land.
But I still know men. I was pretty early in the video game days. Okay, so I would ride my bike to the arcade and play Pac-Man, play Miss Pac-Man, Centipede, whatever, and then we finally got home units at home. But it didn't become like a major entertainment staple for boys at the time. You still were out in clubhouses shooting BB guns, motorcycles, and shit.
Tree houses.
So I don't think there's many men my age that own a gaming system anymore. I know it was a generation right below me.
Yeah, our generation, there's definitely more of it. I think like you were like the last one that it didn't really.
No,
it's like 10 years.
Cliff plays video games nonstop. He plays 72
There's
hours.
great ones.
I love video games, but I don't play as much as
I was just putting that on. I'm going to be honest with you at this point. I put this on, and all of a sudden, I just started making stuff up. I was trying to be like Hogatha. I put this on, and all of a sudden, I just started making up points about my podcast partner. He doesn't play video games. I was lying about him being a video game head. He's not.
Fucking stupid, bro.
No, but there are some games out there that are absolutely great, and it's just I think, and I tell you, I know if I was younger, I would be all into it. It just didn't hook me in my generation with the graphics, and it didn't like kind of
true,
entertain you as much.
Yeah, you were
Plus-
working with some fucking 1-bit, minus 10-bit fucking.
Well, yeah, Pac-Man. You had Atari. What was it? Atari 2600.
64, Atari 60. I don't. Then there was ColecoVision.
Oh,
A friend of mine had
ColecoVision,
he had ColecoVision, and that was the shit at the time. And I'd go to his house and we'd play it. We'd play it, and then, but then you know, you didn't have the never-ending lives.
It didn't catch as much. It didn't start catching
No.
until like
No.
mid 80s,
Yeah.
early 90s is like when video games.
Yeah,
like,
Nintendo. When Nintendo came out, it
Right.
made it like it was on. You know.
Yes.
it
So
made it happen.
but I'm amazed at some of these games, and like the younger friends that I've gone out with, we've gone to arcades, and those Japanese arcade games are fucking crazy. They're so fast, and I just, you know what, I realized, I go, I'm too old for this shit. I can't. It's just not part of my thing.
My thing, I enjoy it, and my son does now, which is getting me back into a little bit, at least playing with him. But video games to me are too much of a waste of time. Like I got too much shit I'm trying to do, so like it'll be my reward. Right. If I get the things I'm trying to get in line, I have a lot of things I'm trying to cook up. If they go the right direction, then I'll start playing video games again. But
Now,
otherwise, it's a time holder.
I had a quick question. This has been a great show, and I appreciate it, Kitty. Your time, I really do.
Oh, thank you. I've had
you're the best. I'm glad you came on. I'm glad we got to know you. Now, I just had a quick question about my sexuality, in that when I was younger, right, and we've talked about it on the show, and the people know, I had a situation where I had a neighbor named Robbie.
Oh, is this the G.I. Joe? Are we going G.I. Joe? Real American pee holes. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So I had a neighbor named Robbie, right? And his mom worked with my mom, and they worked at Century 21 in Las Vegas. Shout out Vegas. Shout out Century 21. Shout out Home Sales. Okay. So what happened is he for Christmas one year, G.I. Joe is like very popular. So it's like 85. So I'm like 7 years old, maybe. I spend the night at his house, and we're at his house. His mom goes to sleep. We've been playing G.I. Joes all day. We're sweaty, dirty little boys. You know,
Right.
our sense are just, our essences are just leaking masculinity, like, you know, young masculinity. And he says to me, like, let's go to this dog house, right? And he has a dog house for his dog that's outside. So we go into this dog house, and he pulls out his sweaty little penis, and we like take turns like taking little puffs off each other's penis. And now me and Cliff has made fun of me and debated and been like, you know, well, that's kind of gay. And I go, well, it's not really, like, that's how I learned that, like, that wasn't my thing, because if I hadn't
Are you leaving a part of this story that I think you added now?
Huh?
He told me, I think now I just think he sucked dick with his friend. What he told me, right? What he told me was that he stole that something about the kid took his G.I. Joes and he wouldn't give them back unless he kissed his dick.
No.
He
That was the story. The story was
it was a barter, but this just sounds like you sucked each other's
the
dicks.
story was is that Robbie. What happened was that Robbie, when he would always yell for Gretchen, his mom, Gretchen. He would always yell for his mom, right? I don't know why he called his mom Gretchen by her fucking first name. He was like a fucking one of them spoiled son of a bitches. They were like Spanish or some shit. Thought they were better than the Mexicans, blah, blah, blah. But he goes, he would bite his G.I. Joe's hands so that his mom knew, oh, my son bites all his G.I. Joe hands. And so when I come over with my G.I. Joes, gung-ho, I got Roadblock, I got Duke, I got fucking Lieutenant Flint and shit. And I'm sitting there, we're like, bam, we're like crashing them together, like we would later do our penises in that doghouse. But he would take a bite out of my G.I. Joe's hands and then yell for his madre, and then fucking be like, Dusty's a lying sack of shit, and get my G.I. Joe's this cocksucker. I mean, he was a cocksucker.
Literally.
At a young age. But then we go in the doghouse, we take puffs off each other's peters, and let's call it a day. You know?
Okay.
Clip
So once again, I want to clarify that you told me a different version of that story and made it seem like G.I. Joe biting fucking penis puffer.
That's a false statement.
You
I've said that story on the show.
Now it sounds like you guys willingly traded some.
You're a lying sack of shit. You're a lying dirty wigger, motherfucker. Because that shit's fucking happening. I said it about 17 times on this
The
goddamn
record
show.
will show. I
You
will
son of
find
a
the
bitch.
clip
This record
and I
will
will
not
fucking
show
post it.
anything. You're a fucking liar, man. I told you that same story numerous motherfucking times. And just because there's 2 fucking 7-year-olds in a goddamn doghouse is like 2 feet high.
All right,
How'd
bro.
we get
Are
in?
you grooming?
We came to the
I'm
goddamn
grooming,
dog.
Dust.
We came to the goddamn doggy door. Stop being so fucking hateful, you hateful son of a bitch. Okay.
All right. So this is what I think we should do.
I'm just saying, I mean, I'm not gay though, right? Because
You want to know if that's gay?
Was that gay?
It's sucking a dick.
It's
Were
sucking a
you
dick
hard?
when you're
Were you hard?
maybe, but I didn't finish. I didn't come out of my kid dick hole.
That's also the first time he ever said that. That's also the first time he ever said that. He never admitted to being hard. Dustin's changing his story drastically.
You know
here
what? I don't like how Cliff acts like there was never any.
He wants to be honest. Because you want to be honest.
Just because I'm honest on the show, you son of a bitch. You don't paint fucking baby in the corner.
Dust. This is when. Oh, wow.
See?
a dirty dancing reference. So Dust. Okay, so this is when you know if you really are a true faggot. Did your butthole get wet?
It did. It didn't get moist. I just had little kid, dirty, sweaty dick, and I just remember going, "God damn, this is like sucking on fucking my like underneath my watch, like my kid Casio that my mom gave me for Christmas. Rest in peace, Virginia Howard. Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do heroin."
Hey, yo, why does dick taste like Casio? Hey, yo, why does dick taste like Casio?
Bro, straight up like Casio underneath there, bro. Like I had the calculator watch, and I was like, Robbie's dick tasted like that. And I go, this isn't fun. I don't like that. I mean, I'm sucking on a goddamn Casio. So I can do this on my own time.
You know what? I mean? But Uncle Dust, I think that really that says a lot about you. That you're willing to try anything.
Thank you. God bless you.
Life is to be enjoyed and
amen.
I appreciate to see what you like and just, you know what people like me and Mark, we went out for brunch one day. I ordered some escargot and he said, "What the hell? I'll try it." He tried it, didn't like it, but you know what? At least he tried it and he knew it's not for me.
There we go.
So that dick is not for you.
So guys. Everybody watching later, we appreciate you. Cliff, you know what?
I don't know about all that, Kitty.
I'm sick of your shit. You better fucking shut it up, you motherfucker.
No. I just want to commend Dust. I want to commend Dust.
I appreciate that.
For, being willing to try anything and then not admit the real story until
you son of a bitch
later to Kitty Demure because he never told me the story that way.
I told you the story, except you won't stop yapping. You're a little fucking little Cartman yapper. You and your Cartman face always yapping. You know what? You're always yapping. You're always yapping. Oh, look at me. I'm fucking Clifford T. Focus. Ooh, I say good stuff. Ooh, don't I have some good questions, people? I say good stuff. But you won't listen to fucking Daddy Dust when Daddy Dust says, "Listen, Cliff, 2 boys went into a fucking doghouse and one came out straight and the other one, we don't know what he's doing. And we don't give a it's fine. Maybe Robbie is, maybe he's killing the game. Maybe he's out there really doing
I honestly assume that a majority of boys did have experiences like that.
Exactly.
I mean, I did.
Thank you.
I think a good amount do, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I do too.
I
was surprised. I know girls do too.
No, girls always do. Every woman by the age of 21 at the latest have kissed at least one female.
Yeah, they are. They're all lesbians.
For sure. Men, you can't say that as much, but there's probably more than we care to admit.
Yeah.
I think that's the fair to say. All right, so what do you think? I think we did 307.
I want to thank Kitty so much for your time, and I think Kitty's hilarious.
I like this.
Huh?
This is fun.
I like it. I mean, Kitty, I don't know how much time you got, but I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Oh, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for
Would you come on again? Would you come on again?
Totally. Yeah, totally.
Would you put in a good word at the? I want Niggy.
I want Niggy too for a little while next time.
Yeah, we need Mark. Come on, man. With
Niggy
Mark on?
Longstocking, Niggy.
No, not him.
Niggy.
It doesn't have to be him. It could just be Mark. But it just at least
Mark.
At least
Well, if he wants to call himself that day, it's fine with me.
yeah. Whatever he wants to identify.
Yeah, but the thing is, Mark needs
cool.
a character. Mark needs a character. He won't know what to do.
Okay.
He's a
Okay,
character. He'll know what to do.
Okay. Well, we'd like
Hey,
to have you guys on. I
How
love
about
you
this?
guys,
We'll
man.
just
That's
put
the
a
best.
second mic on him. We'll put a second mic on him so we
Yeah,
can hear
and-
him laugh at least. He could be like a black man, like Black McMahon, Black ethnic man. We'll just call him Black Man, but it stands for
Oh,
Black.
he's like, yes.
Hey, Uncle
Black
Dusty.
McMac, Black McMac, maybe
Uncle
Black.
Dust, do you ever
Yo.
come to this area? Do you ever come to this area
What area?
where I live?
I live by you. I'm your neighbor.
Yeah. Do you know the Red Fox?
No. Where's that?
Oh, it's just a bar. Mark is saying that you should meet us at the Red Fox one day.
You goddamn right I will. I'll be in your DMs. I'll meet you at the
Just
Red
go
Fox.
get turned out. Get his asshole
Fucking, you think
burned
I
out.
won't get-
He's
I'll
gonna
get
put
fucking
another dick in his
turned out.
mouth. It's about
listen,
that time.
Cliff, don't
About that
fucking
time.
Listen, Cliff, don't be jealous, dude. I'm sick of your jealousy.
You're
where
gonna
I'm fucking-
graduate. You're gonna graduate from a doghouse to a rotisserie.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna get spit roasted. I think I'm gonna get spit roasted, folks, and I like it.
You're gonna
spit
marry
on me. Here's my new song. Spit on me like the Lord wanted. Spit roast the ginger hoe. Fire
That's gonna
crop.
be marinated meat at the Red Fox.
I'm down. Red Fox is in the place to be.
No,
Hell
it's
yeah.
it's a straight place. We don't.
No,
go to gay
I'm just
places.
talking shit.
Yeah,
That's dope though. No, you guys definitely should, man. Do some.
We'll record it. We'll record it. We'll record it.
We'll record it. Cliff, listen, we'll record it for you, buddy. Hey, Cliff, we'll record it for you.
And if you guys are ever on the East Coast, hit me up. You know what I mean? If you
Totally,
ever-
we totally would. Yeah.
Definitely hit
Well,
me
we
up.
know with Mark has the kind of business. He has clients all over the place. So, and of course, me, I have followers everywhere who invite me over and come over. So, at any point, like we can go anywhere. Yeah. So, Pennsylvania, we actually know quite a few people in that area.
Yeah,
Shut
we'll
up,
connect.
Pennsylvania.
Talk,
Hell yeah.
talk about it. 'Cause
Yeah, we're
honestly,
doing something. I'm getting on. Listen, I'm in Hogatha. I'm getting on Hogatha. I will be a goddamn character. I'm doing a character. We're gonna have to map it out at Red Fox.
No, so you
Okay.
don't need a character. You are a fucking
I
human
know.
living
That's true
character.
too. That's a good
You
point.
gotta realize
You're right.
that, bro. That's like part of your charm, bro. You
How about-
you are a character.
How about you realize it? Okay, and how about you realize that just because two kids are in a doghouse together and when they're 7 doesn't mean much, and you need to really chill out with your fucking your bigotry towards my person.
I ain't judging this. You suck whatever dicks you want to suck.
It's like so what, dude? So what, dude?
You're my friend, bro. Just
You know
don't try to
what?
suck
So
mine.
what?
That's all
It's
I
like
ask.
so what? You son of a bitch.
All I
Why don't
ask,
you?
buddy.
You think I? So what, dude? You know what? Just because I enjoyed life, what'd you do that night? What'd you do that night? Probably not much, dude. You probably had a shitty kid night. What was I doing, dude? In a doghouse with my boy Robbie, dude. Fucking doing what needed to get
G.I.
done.
Joes, sucking
Listen,
dick.
what were you doing? Not much, dude.
Bite-
Having a
bite
shitty,
G.I.
a
Joes and
shitty kitty. You're having a shitty kitty evening, dude. Fucking probably your mom telling you to go to bed. You're all fucking crying and shit. Not me and Rob, dude. Me and Rob, woo. Me and my
Hey, yo, what's good with it? Hey, yo, what's good with it? Ain't nothing. I'm just biting G.I. Joes and sucking some dick. Hey, yo, what's good with it? Hey, yo, what's good with it? And I'm just biting G.I. Joes and sucking some dick. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
you think this is a fucking game, dude? You think this is you think my life is a game, dude? I see what's going on here. All
Is
right.
that a warning shot? Like if Dust comes to see me and like I see one of my
Oh, dude.
sons,
I just seen
G.I.
plane
Joes with a
tickets,
right
dude.
leg in the leg.
I'll fucking. That's it, dude. I'm flying to rural. I got a plane ticket to rural fucking PA, dude, and I'm fucking coming to serve your ass up. And me and you, I'm buying a big dog house, and we're going in there. How about them fucking assholes, you
All right,
cocksucker?
that's the perfect way to wrap it. Kitty, you want any final words? Like you want to tell people what you got cooking, what you think, whatever you want to do to wrap it up. And right
No.
after you're done talking, I'm just gonna end it. Love you.
Yeah,
all.
you guys, you can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Facebook, on YouTube under Kitty Demure, Hogatha Sisty. That's Cysty, like a cyst. On all social media, really. Also, I'm really it's a serious thing for me, the Gays Against Groomers things. You know, and it's not just a gay thing; it's a heterosexual thing, and the heterosexuals really have to stand up, and they have to hold other heterosexual parents accountable for their behaviors, because they're actually hurting their children and they're hurting the gay community as well by exploiting us. So on that note, thank you so much. I had a great time with you guys. Great time.
Us too. Great time. And
Love you,
thank
Kitty. Thank you so much for coming on.
Marquise,
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
Parents,
Mark.
Get your fucking game up. Parents, protect your fucking
Yeah.
children. You fucking
No shit. Step it up, motherfuckers. Grab your balls. This shit is real in the field. And step into the doghouse next week. Patreon. Me and Cliff. Big doghouse. Topping each other off. Let's go.
And always remember.
Don't be a cunt. Don't be a cunt. Hey, don't be a cunt.